So, an intrepid adventurer, a skeleton, and a mysterious medieval fantasy superhero all met in a strange place in the middle of the woods.
Medieval fantasy superhero.
Essentially.
Dude, I love that.
And
That's great.
discovered something strange may be going on, and were requested by a friend of Umbra's, the strange fantasy superhero, to go and seek out and figure out what is going on. Concerns are rising amongst the Fae, and when concerns are rising amongst the Fae, shit's going down. It's not good.
Yeah.
Traveled to Redstone, discovered that, lo and behold, it's not good. It's very strange. Going to leave and investigate these strange things happening, you found that one of those strange things had found itself in front of the city, trying to pummel a hole through the wall and just get in and wreak havoc. As well as a hunting party of gnolls had come in to just go to town on the people.
I still think we needed a ballista.
And
A ballista on a wagon.
Ballista.
the gnolls were wiped out. The Barb's Devil defeated and plundered for his barbs. And some
Hell
moments
yeah.
of thought were had, some reflection amongst characters known in past lives, as well as characters with some strange, interesting things about them. As well as the ability to make things float with their mind. And after a night's rest, prepared to set out for Hundurbiri on a set of ponies, some traveling ponies.
Yeah, I ain't writing that shit down.
Where's the fire?
Hundurbiri.
Also, I'm just now realizing that, ironically, that thing on his neck is literally a dog collar.
Oh no, it's not a dog collar.
Yeah, I know, but it just ironically looks like one.
If you put
Yeah,
a
it's,
chain on it, I swear to God.
Bro,
So,
actually, we could do that.
you
We
have
can
all
bring
mustered
Bodo
in front of
and
the
Fish
city
out.
gates, preparing to set out for your goal destination several miles to the south.
I'm ready to die. Again.
Again.
Wait, how do you even kill a skeleton, though? That's my question.
You pick them apart. I
Interesting
don't
question.
You just shatter the
Grind them down
bones?
into dust.
I mean, they'd still be alive. They just couldn't move anymore.
know. Did you drink your milk
Freeze
when you
it.
were alive?
Perhaps.
Oh, no. You killed the slime.
Okay, bring it in, guys. Come on.
Alright, we're brought in.
Alright,
We're in.
alright.
And now, we ride.
And now we actually play Dungeon World.
Where are we going?
So you've for the third time, you've mustered in front of the gate after
Alright,
having gone back in and went to bed and then gotten up to try and see if you could get the best start you could. Mustering in front of the gate, preparing to leave. What would you like to do?
Can I climb the gate?
On a horse?
Not on the horse. Like, get off the horse and then climb the gate. I don't
Otherwise,
know.
it's not really that kind of
Why?
gate. It's like a wooden
No,
door
it's not
type
that
of gate.
Oh, so it's like a drawbridge kind of gate. It's like a...
No, more like swinging door type gate.
Ah.
Yeah, it's
Imagine
like
giant double doors, basically.
there's
Okay, so the
giant
question
double
is,
doors
are
that
they
open out
expecting
on the front, and there's giant double doors that open in on the inside. And then there's a trellis that can drop if need be in the middle of those two doors. If detail is really needed.
I
The city
see.
is quite safe from your pitiful little band.
Pitiful.
I'd say I don't think anybody will
Ooh,
get that
you know
reference.
what? Now that you said that,
I'm gonna climb that
no,
fucking gate. Like,
I know, right? Just like, oh, now that
Yeah.
you said that,
Yeah. Bro, I'm parkour man. I climb everything.
Okay,
I
are
was
you guys
actually
gonna
gonna say that I
fucking leave
wanted
the city
to
or not? Or are
climb-
you just gonna sit here and talk all night? I'm ready to play some fucking Dungeon World, man.
alright,
Then let's
boys.
go.
You can look around
On
and
our
I
wa-
can get the first
Let-
set.
Let's get on our way
Once
to
again, what would you
Hundurbiri or
like to
whatever.
do?
This is
make our way
Let's
to
just go in.
Hundurbiri or whatever it was called. Get on the open road.
Is there anything you would like to do before you head out? Otherwise, it's just leaving, essentially.
No.
Other than another thing.
We ride.
So,
I got everything I need.
as you are exiting the gate of the city and on your ponies, the gate's opening and you can see the rolling hills and the forest to your right, ready to pass you as you ride on. The gate guard, the captain guy that had taken your weapons when you first arrived in the city, comes walking up, kind of quietly, kind of not shamefully, more nervous to approach you, out of just like, it's like, this is not something really he probably does, whatever it is that he's about to do. He kind of walks up and he says, thank you guys for for killing that thing and drawing away most of those gnolls from the people. That would have been a bloodbath had you guys not been there. You're heroes in my heart. And,
Right.
And he holds up. I had some of the men search the gnolls, search what they had on them and such, and we found one that looked a bit more important, and he had a note in a bag of his. And he holds up a small, like, slip of paper. It's maybe about this big. And he hands it up to one of you.
Roman takes the note.
So, in the note, you open it up, and not a whole lot of content to it. It mostly is just orders about something along the lines of like making a sacrifice and promise of pay upon return to Hundurbiri after doing so. So the main portion, the important portion, being the word sacrifice being used.
That's a bit ominous.
Wonder what they were sacrificing.
There's only one way to find out.
We gotta go to the source of the ritual.
Oh, I'm sure it wasn't puppies, I'll tell you that much.
Okay, so if we are ready to travel, how did I do that?
Also, I just realized I thought we were at where we were going, which is why I said to climb the gate, but I didn't realize we were still at where we were in the first place. So I just looked completely stupid.
It's like you have not left the city yet. You're still there.
Yeah.
So, so we're going to undertake a perilous journey once again. When you travel through hostile territory, blah blah blah. Trailblazer, scout, and a quartermaster. Who wants to be the trailblazer? Who wants to be the scout? And who wants to be the quartermaster?
Who wants to lead?
Trailblazer is usually so on a successful roll, you'll get there within a good amount of time. The scout will catch enemies and stuff, and you'll be prepared for a fight. And the quartermaster will keep up with your rations and such. So if you roll bad, you consume more rations. If you don't consume as many as you thought.
Can I be Trailblazer?
Wait, hold on. Aren't they specific stat checks?
They are all wisdom.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh
That's
god,
good.
I'd suck at everything.
That's good for me and Crow, I think. I'll be quartermaster.
Yeah.
Trailblazer, nah, I'll be quartermaster.
Okay, I guess I'm
I gotta-
Trailblazer then, because Crow would be really great at scouting, just thinking about it in general.
Mm-hmm.
You lead the way, bro. You look like a guy who knows what he's doing.
Yes,
You look like a dude that can eat damage, so you go in front.
I'll
Yes.
keep track of the rations. I'm gonna try to start inscribing this club back here, so I need you to lead the way.
Alright, well, if we run into a roadblock, I'll just remove it with extreme prejudice.
And then and is Crow? So we said Crow's doing scouting, or right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, okay, I guess I'm
everybody
Trailblazer.
roll 2d6 plus wisdom.
Oh shoot, where's my dice rolling at? Nah!
Fuck me.
Oh no,
Don't tell
what'd
me
you
yet.
get?
I got
Everybody
a stick.
roll, and then we'll talk about it.
Oh boy.
Well, that's a failure. Hang on, let me mark that down. Woo! First roll of the game, boys.
Lovely, isn't it?
Very.
Give me a second.
All good.
I have to like find the place that I was.
If I fail enough, I'll hit level 5 and I can get +1.
Okay, roll. What am I rolling?
2d6 plus wisdom.
Oh boy. Okay, what was my wisdom? Where's my character sheet actually? I forgot I actually wrote down Umbra's freaking list.
Oh yeah, had a list of shit. You were what was it?
Bucket list.
A bucket list?
Yeah, if you didn't, it was based off of like the Captain America list where he just has like things he didn't get to do. I'll explain more on that later as time goes on though.
You live in the woods for so long.
You have no idea. Alright.
Okay, so let's start with the Trailblazer. What did you roll?
Right. 2d6 plus wisdom, and my wisdom is 1. Okay.
Fuck.
What in the hell?
Please tell me anybody else rolled higher than a 3.
I rolled a 6,
did.
if that makes you happy.
I rolled a 7.
You're the only one who passed. You're
Barely.
Oh boy.
Good
Okay,
job.
so the
One
scout
job,
got.
wisdom plus
So the scout did good, and everybody else failed. Is that where we're at?
Let's agree to
Exactamundo.
disagree. Hey, let's agree to disagree, and let's switch spots and then roll again.
He wants to
ain't
switch roll.
this ain't working out. We can switch out and roll again.
Just freaking switch is what we're doing, just in case.
I'm too focused on my club, and I just keep eating my rations because I'm like, I eat when I'm focusing.
I eat when I'm stressed.
Okay.
I don't want to blow up again, not on my horse.
After reading
Oh,
the
God, that'd be-
relatively ominous note found on the Dead Knolls hunting party, you all kick off your horses, and after a few hours riding, it starts to turn a bit gray, and after a few hours more, it starts to get very cool, and then begins to a bit of a light rain, and
Perfect.
so again, the scout was the only one that succeeded.
Yep.
Yep.
And the rest of us apparently suck at making wisdom rolls.
I have +2. I don't
It's very funny.
understand.
Dude,
It's
mine
very
was a
fu-
net
it's-
I have
the
The
negative
dice tell
1.
the story. The dice tell the story.
Yeah, I can't wait to level up, and I can't wait to fail even harder with a +3.
Yeah, I got a 4 and a 1, and then my +2 saved
Bro,
me.
my +3 is on strength. I'm not suited for it.
So, after most of the day's ride, you're getting to a part of the forest. Well, it's not really a part of the forest. It's really just the whole forest itself. It's sort of interwoven, the old and the new. But you get to a part of the forest where it feels older. Feels more ancient, more wise, but sometimes a place like that can hold dark things and dark secrets. So, riding by, I will say everybody mark off 2 rations, and I will say you are by this point. It kind of hits you, Umbra, that you are not going on the right road. You missed a turn or something somewhere. There's some kind of fork that you went the wrong way. It is being in the forest so much and not having traveled the roads of Arcanesia for most of your life has not been kind to this current bout of travel.
I don't think we're going that direction.
Fellas, I seem to have eaten quite a bit of my ration.
No.
I was a bit distracted working on my club. I wasn't paying attention. I kind of just had my horse leash on one of
Wi-Fi is
y'all.
dying. Great, Wi-Fi is dying.
Uh-oh.
I'll be right back.
Okay, well, while he's gone, we will we will
Let's say we
disappoint
take it.
him with the next thing that's going to happen, which is Sharp. You hear a shrill shriek relatively close by.
He's the one who's gone.
No, it's
Did I
Skull.
say Sharp? I meant Skull. I apologize. And I actually, what I meant to
Okay.
say was Crow.
Skull, you know, Crow.
It's been a couple weeks. It's been
There
a
we
couple
go.
weeks, guys. Sorry, chat.
You're good. Don't
Chat,
worry about it.
You hear a
Chat,
very,
we're
very
sorry.
shrill shriek relatively nearby. You guys haven't been particularly loud, and plus it is raining, so you don't think that anything would have been alerted to you, but you know it's trouble, and it's probably coming your way.
Crow, did you hear that?
But without a roll, you don't really actually know what it is.
Did you hear that shriek?
I did. And
Do you know what that was? That can't be good.
I have
I'm not in
no
the-
clue.
I'm not in the woods very often, so I don't. It's not like I'm looking out for screaming, but that don't sound good. I'm gonna put that out there.
Well, the only question is then, do we investigate? Or do we just keep going on our way? Either way,
You hear it again,
Investigating-
and it's closer this time.
Oh, fuck. Roman's gonna hop off his horse and start leading him to like behind
To
a
give
tree.
you a reference,
Come on.
because I can't make a noise like that without waking up my son, but the noise that I would use to imitate what you're hearing is just imagine the first time you ever heard a Nazgul shriek.
Come on, girl. Let's get you to behind the safety. Come on, come on.
I'm like,
You're
we
all,
better.
you're all right, girl.
If we're gonna move, we better do it now. Unless
Another point
soon
of
we
note,
won't have a choice.
a few seconds after that, because of the nature of it, Roman, you actually feel something running down under your nose. And you wipe your lip, and there's a little bit of blood. Not like a lot, not even really. I wouldn't even say, not even as much as Baron's, like when he used his powers. It's just like a little bit, just enough to go, what the fuck?
Crow, I'm bleeding. I think I'm bleeding. Come on, girl, get behind this tree for the love of God. Please. I'm putting my horse behind the tree. I'm trying to put my horse tied behind the tree so I can
So
like
are
keep her
we
out of the way of the path tied on.
are we going full stealth?
You realize that I'm already sitting up in the tree that you're hiding behind.
Okay, so
Crow.
we are going full stealth.
Crow, where'd you
Okay.
go?
Everybody
Crow.
roll Defy Danger Dex. 2d6 plus dexterity.
Jesus Christ, I have -1 in dex. I'm gonna
Oh,
fucking
no.
get I'm gonna get my shit stomped. I got a 3. Crow, where are you, Crow?
2d6, you said?
I'm screaming out for Crow. She's just like panicking at this
You s-
point.
You said 2d6s, right?
Yes, always 2d6 for a move.
Always 2d6.
I got
What
11.
What wonderful 2d. Oh, I'm glad you're safe, buddy. You survived.
What did you get,
I got a
Roman?
3d6.
I got a fucking 3.
Mm.
I marked it down. Don't worry.
Then I'm gonna do a thing here, and just roll with me.
Kill me? Yeah,
So-
I'm rolling.
Crow is unheard and unseen to you because you turned your head and then he was suddenly in a tree, and I don't think you noticed him. I think to you that sound of that branches up above you was like maybe birds flying away. But from your perspective, trying to hide behind this tree and trying to get behind cover and like get away from whatever the fuck is coming this way,
Please
You-
tell me Vixen.
2d6 plus dexterity, by the way, Sharp.
What?
Roll it.
You're
Roll it.
hiding from
Roll it
something
now.
currently.
Oh God, what did I miss?
I don't think.
Roll it!
Yes.
We heard something really loud and it's heading towards us, and
Think
so
a
we're hiding.
Nazgul shriek, and you've
We've
heard
been
it twice.
hearing Nazgul shrieks. One
And
was
you-
farther away, and then it got closer.
So I'll tell you this also, since you weren't here a second ago. you felt something running down out of your nose after the second shriek, and both you and Roman kind of touched, and it's not like as much as what Baron's was, because his is usually just like one little drop from using his powers. This is more like the inside of your nose is a little bit damp, and it's like, what? There's blood in there. What the hell? But this was after the second shriek.
Considering the fact that I'm the stealthy character, this actually makes me upset.
What did you roll?
Your roll was garbage.
Okay, so
So both me and
Crow
Umbra
kind
are,
of disappears after you guys turn around, and you notice that he's just kind of gone, and his horse is just kind of like trotting off in the field a little bit, not like running, but like just kind of off eating or something, just kind of doing horse things. And Crow is vanished, and you two were trying to pull your horses behind a tree and get to cover and, you know, get behind somewhere. So whatever it is maybe you have a little bit of safety from it. And Roman first notices, and then Umbra, you kind of step out to grab him to like bring him back, and then it catches your attention as well. But you just see what looks like a woman walking out from the woods, and looks like a tattered white dress. She looks, from this distance, very, very thin. Maybe a wanderer, maybe a refugee of some kind. Pale and white-skinned, and just white hair. Wandering very slowly, kind of stumbling a bit. What do you do?
That's a tad bit creepy.
Umbra. Umbra.
I will say this is kind of like... I will say, you see this and it's like a bit comforting. After hearing that noise, you go, and you're kind of intrigued by this, and
This feels
kind of
like a trap.
kind of feel like you got to start walking towards it, just to check on this person. It's
Actually,
kind of like this person needs our help.
I should. I'm going to inspect with
Wait,
my senses. You know what I mean.
Wait. I guess if you could do it without being spotted.
I can do it without being spotted. Trust me, I can do it from here.
Okay, roll 2d6 plus wisdom for discern realities. Roman, what are you doing? Are you just gonna kind of walk towards this and check on this person to make sure they're okay, or are you?
I
just
rolled
gonna...
an 8.
Rolled an 8. One question from the list.
Okay.
I rolled really fucking badly. I think Roman's just like kind of like Umbra. I'm just like standing right behind him, just like Umbra.
And then you just hear me from above the trees. Shut up, you fool!
One question from the list.
It's not what it appears to be.
That's not a person. And that is when I'm going to use be the DM and use the failure. Upon your eyebrows going up, in realization, this thing turns and looks at you, Roman, and then she dashes about 40 feet forward in an instant, and then immediately you hear the shrill shriek again, this time penetrating into your mind and into your inner ears, damaging you for 3 damage.
Can I smack him and
As you just like grip the sides of your head and just this fucking mind-ripping scream. Crow, this bugs you too, but it's not as like, to you it's not as damaging because you don't have actual ears, but you can hear this, and it like it kind of hurts. Umbra, same thing.
That cat is very angry. What is she doing?
So Roman is gripping the sides of his head. Crow, you rolled the best success on anything that's just happened. So what are you doing currently? What is your move? What would you like to do?
As soon as I see that ghost-like thing move, I just ready an arrow and just shoot at it. Not even a called shot. This is just an instinctual, like a flick shot.
Okay, so just doing
over here.
So just doing volley, 2d6 plus dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
This man, when you just instinctively fire an arrow.
That's a 12. Yeah,
Well, I
that's a
instinctively
12.
punch things all the time, so I suppose it's not
Okay,
necessarily
so roll your damage.
What is that again? A D8?
Yes, yours is a d8.
5.
Okay, very nice. I was going to write that down, and then my tablet died. Not died, it closed.
Don't you love when that happens? My Wi-Fi crashed.
Okay, so you, how much? I was writing things down because my tablet closed. How much damage did you say?
5.
Okay.
Right. How much health are you at right now, Roman?
I'm at 19. I only lost 3.
Okay, you're good then. Alright.
I'm good for now. Don't worry, I can heal myself.
Yeah, alright then.
I'm-
I was
I'm
gonna
fucking
say, no
positive.
one wants me to heal them.
So, who would like to go next? Because the other two, you guys just failed your stealth moves.
Roman's gripping his ears, and he's just like, get away, and he's just like waving his sharp hand back and forth, like hoping to hit this fucking creature. Just like flailing, just like, get away.
So are you going for a hack and slash or just like
I'm
a defy danger sort of thing?
I'm going for a hack and slash, dude.
All right, hack and slash.
I'm
So what you
going
got?
to carefully step away because I have a feeling that's going to hit me.
I got an 9.
Roll damage.
Uh, 3, and then piercing 1.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so you swipe out and you do catch this strange looking woman, and now getting a look at her after you land this blow, she looks very waifish, very, very, very spirit, very not good, very creepy. The eyes are dark and one of them is gone. There's not much of a bottom jaw left anymore, and the hair is wispy and white and barely hanging on. Like the skin is tight upon the bones. Like it is just who knows what the fuck this is.
Absolutely fucking horrifying. That's the description you're looking for,
And
dude.
you take 8 damage, by the way, for your partial success.
8 damage. Do I count? Do it minus my armor?
I'll say no because this is a scream. This is just this is straight to
This
your
isn't a
brain.
physical attack.
Yeah,
Right,
this is
right,
not
right,
physical
right.
types of attacks.
This is mental.
It doesn't technically say on the thing that I'm looking at, but it's like it wouldn't make sense for it to go.
No, that's fine. I
Have
didn't
to
know
go
if it
around
was
armor.
physical or mental again.
Yeah, it doesn't say, but I'm applying that tag because it doesn't make sense for a scream to get blocked by armor.
I fall onto my knees, just gripping my ears.
Actually,
Yeah, like so you watch Roman claw out at her, and she like steps back after the hit and letting out a scream as she does, and then Roman falls to his knees, gripping the sides of his head again. Umbra, what would you like to do?
So could I technically attempt to make some kind of EMP that could
I'd say that'd be pushing
Make
it for what you're
it
thinking.
run away.
It's like
Yeah,
you're
I
thinking
know,
like
but I'm saying,
so
could
your
I
gauntlets are
try to
mostly
do
just like
something like
they can just make little arcs
Not
and then
EMP,
also are like shock punches.
I was gonna say
They'd
I
have,
can't
like, a
make
little
like a
bit of range.
shockwave that could banish.
No, that's we're going into like
Yeah,
wizard
that's a
territory.
bit too
We're
much,
going into
yeah.
casting spells here.
Yeah, that's a bit too much.
Because it's just good for
Okay.
like an arc, if like you're trying to start a small fire like you did on that house back in Redstone, or like just doing damage at reach range, like you normally do, which is ridiculous but funny.
You know what I would do?
Punching at things and a little arc comes out and then just take damage.
Can I make an EMP?
Just
Yo, can
damage
I
go
split,
bird.
can I split the atom with my electricity? I just
But,
want to try something real quick.
Yeah, if you want to just if you want to do just like a hack and slash, yeah, that's fine. You are-
Actually, I want to check and see if there's something controlling this apparition.
Are you wanting to do another discern realities, or just
Yes,
well, you're
I
looking
wanna
for
see
something
if
more
there's
specific? So I would like very specific. So yeah,
'Cause I have a
2d6 plus
feeling this is-
wisdom, and we'll do a defy danger wisdom to try and like identify this because this is like very specific.
Yeah. Okay, so first define danger.
Yeah, it's 2d6. Anytime I ask you to roll something, unless I tell you otherwise, it's going to be 2d6. Just remember that. Just inscribe that on the inside of your cranium.
Two
like
d6
a-
plus one.
Wisdom.
Kind of like how a D20 is used for D&D. It's 2d6 for Dungeon World.
By the
I rolled
way,
an 8.
for those stacking failures that you guys made a minute ago. Don't forget to mark your XP for those. I think you.
Oh, don't worry. I've kept track of my fucking mistakes.
I think you guys are at
I
like
should
2 apiece now, or
mark
no? Colton's at 3.
Am I at 3?
How many times have I failed? I failed like I
you
failed
failed.
like twice.
So you failed the quartermaster roll, and then you failed the dex, and then did you say that you failed? Did you roll discern realities alongside him?
No, I didn't.
You didn't. Okay, so it's just 2 then, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
so I rolled an 8 just now. So
Yeah, and Umbra also, you've gained 2 XP because you failed the perilous journey and also your dex roll.
yes.
Okay, so what did you roll for the wisdom?
For the wisdom an 8.
8. Okay.
Simplified danger.
I will give you that this is some kind of spirit entity. It resembles a banshee, but you're not entirely certain exactly what it is. You just know it shrieks like one, as far as you can tell, and it sucks right now. Would you like to do anything with that information? I'll go ahead and give you an opportunity since you're trying to like gain some information for the party.
Defy danger, so it's like get through it with any of these specific things. Is that how that
Yeah.
works?
Mm-hmm.
I'd say with quick thinking.
Wait, what are you doing exactly?
Um.
No, defy danger is the move that you just did.
Oh yes, exactly. Okay.
Don't worry about that. Let me worry about that.
Yeah. Okay.
You
Fine,
just roll when I tell you to, and I'll tell you what happens.
Okay.
So if you're interested in that stuff, do that later, or like in between sessions, if you want to dig into what everything is. And I welcome it. It's good for you guys to know that stuff.
Screw it. I have an idea, but I don't know how well it would work.
Okay.
Whatever
I'll
you got, man, just
and so
do
you
it.
can brew on it for a minute, and we'll go over to Crow. Crow, what do you want to do now? You hit a decent shot, and then Roman actually hit a pretty good swipe with his inscribing hand, but this thing is still standing, and it looks okay.
So, has it even taken damage?
It's taken a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
You can see some damage on it, but it doesn't seem to be like really in too bad a shape yet.
Could I? Oh,
I mean-
is there a pond or a small body of water nearby?
No, you guys are like right at the edge of these woods. There's not really anything around
Son of a.
other than some trees and some rolling hills and a road.
All right, I keep a distance and just friggin' shoot electricity at it.
Do a punch from spear's length. 2d6 plus strength for a hack and slash.
All right, 2d6 plus strength.
I'm gonna start trying to make a better habit. Just remember, when I ask you guys to roll something, when I say a move, you're rolling 2d6. I'm gonna try to get back into the habit of just saying the move.
I rolled a 12.
Okay. So roll your damage. You also have the option of rolling another d6 of damage. However, you will take damage in return, but you will be able to do more damage.
Yeah, you know what? I'll roll another d6 for extra damage.
You're gonna take the extra damage? Okay.
I can't
You're the
take
first
this,
person
man.
in the history of this channel to do that. Because I offer that all the time and nobody ever takes it.
I'm gonna do it. Shit. I got
alright.
a lot of health, man. It's not like I got anything else.
Alrighty, so roll your damage and roll your d6 of extra. You lucky
Okay,
motherfucker.
what do I roll for damage here?
You roll your open your sheets. Have your sheets open.
I have all my
Always
stuff
have your sheets.
open. It's
Look,
just freaking...
learn where everything is on your sheets. Jesus Christ, it's at the top.
What's the move you're talking about where you take more damage, but you can deal more damage?
Hack and slash. You have the option of dealing another d6 of damage, but it essentially reverts it to a 7 to 9.
Yeah, heck, it's...
Oh man, I would like to do that more often if I hit 10 plus.
Yeah, I've been trying to remember to remind you guys more often. It's difficult with all the things that I already have to keep track of.
I especially want to do that if I.
Because it's difficult in this game because the difference between this game and D&D is D&D, everything's set out, everything's rules, everything's gospel, you have everything written down and like super well. This game is a lot of lore and narrative, so like you forget things really easily.
Yeah. So wait, I roll 2d6 for damage and then I roll an extra d6 for...
No, okay.
Okay,
Your damage die,
for hack and slash.
you're on your sheet, it literally says damage die, and it shows the die, the shape, and the number.
Oh.
You're a fighter, so it should be what?
A D10.
A
D10?
D10?
Yeah, it's a D10. I was gonna let you find it, but yeah, it is a
On the
D10.
fighter. Okay, it
So
was on
there's
the
a-
fighter sheet. I thought it was on like the normal place. Yeah, that's that.
No. It's on. No,
Yeah,
damage is always anything like that. Any information referring to your character and what they will do. It's like the basic moves are the basic moves, but any of your moves, your damage, your armor, your health, your look, your alignment, all of that stuff is always on your sheet.
Okay,
Any
so
kind of
then I
damage that you will do
roll-
is on your sheet.
Okay, so I roll an additional D6.
Yes, so you roll your D10 and then you roll a D6.
Is it sad that my D10 rolled a 2?
Yeah, my
Yes, sir.
D8 rolled 3, so we're in the same boat, man.
And
What's your total?
my D6 rolled a 3. That is a total of 5 then.
Okay, not bad, not bad.
Okay.
You take 1 in return as she shrieks out at you.
Okay, so what?
It's
what's
kind of
my
weak in
current
response,
HP
but you
at?
catch her across the face, maybe blocking a little bit of it.
HP is.
But yeah, she's starting to look rough now after that hit. She stumbles a little bit.
I don't know what max
well,
HP
she's-
is anymore.
While she's
Roman.
stumbling back, I take the chance to test out my new gravity rune on my little hatchet here. So I swing
Okay.
it at her, and then once it passes through or by her, I snap to bring it back to try and hit twice. I don't know if I could do that, but it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Wait,
how it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
Let me look. Yeah, it
That's,
should be. It's
Oh.
on the
so that's how you
but
guys
should
described
just-
it to me.
Yeah, you
So-
should be able to snap and then bring it back to you.
Quick question
Okay,
here. So every
um,
time you level up, how much does your HP increase by?
By
One.
by 1, and then you've
one?
reminded me of
Okay.
something that we need to go over after this fight. Put a tab on that. Don't let me forget.
Okay.
Okay, so roll your volley. Roman, since you haven't done anything in a second, would you like to aid this somehow, just in case?
He's maybe I don't know where Crow is, so maybe I'm just like I was gonna snap my fingers, but maybe just in a quick haste decision, Roman's gonna take his shield and just toss it at her to also like maybe
Just, like,
distract
throw
her
it
or
at her
something.
shins and like get her attention.
Yeah, just like throw it. Maybe not trying to hit her, but just throw it.
It's a
And
10.
Okay, 2d6 plus bond for Roman.
Okay.
No, not you, Crow.
Is it-
Just Roman's rolling that.
Oh, my bad.
You're good. Just hang on to that roll for the volley.
you really want to know this roll? It's a 5.
You're still like racked with pain. You go to try and help him by throwing the shield, and it's just a wild throw. It goes rolling off and actually lands next to Crow's horse, and the horse just kind of looks at it and then just like keeps doing its thing.
I love that I can suck so bad I get stronger.
I think Crow may have a deaf horse. Crow, roll your damage. You got a 10. You said right, correct?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I
yeah,
provided
so
a
roll
bad
your damage.
distraction and use it.
So,
Bad
okay, just,
distraction.
Funny enough, she actually
like you-
turns as she goes to look up at Crow, or not at Crow, at the shield going by. She turns and is now facing Crow. What did you roll for damage?
for my D8, I got a 7.
Okay. How would you like to kill this mysterious creature?
I don't even know how alive it is. like I could just imagine that the axe just flies through the center of the body, and then, like a spirit, it just splits down the middle and then begins to evaporate into the air.
Yeah. So you throw the hatchet and it goes through her head, and everything's physical. All the hits have been physical so far, but then she does sort of think of Voldemort, but turning into like white ash, just kind of fading slowly away, and she kind of doesn't really make much of a noise other than just as she
You cut
dies.
out for most of that, so it's just like
Yeah, I just heard the. It was
it's just like a
Yep.
small wheeze for like 2 seconds.
no.
Yeah,
That's what I
she-
hear.
It's just a sort of
Cannon.
exhaling noise,
Yeah.
and like, almost a sound of relief. What would you
Oh
like to do
yeah,
now?
we freed the spirit.
Is it done? Is she gone?
Well, first, I'd scout the area to see if there's anything more like that we might potentially get surprised by.
And while he does that, I'm going to inspect where it was when it turned to dust.
Crow,
And while he
roll
inspects,
discern realities
I'm
for me.
While he
Uh,
inspects, I'm gonna snap my fingers.
Umbra,
kill
what did you say you
myself.
were doing?
I was just checking the dust.
Okay,
Oh,
also
good
go ahead and also roll discern realities for me. And Roman, yeah, go ahead and do your heal. Which is activated via thought.
No, this time I tattooed the runes onto my fingers now, so I just gotta.
Oh yeah, I
And then
forgot
I
about
heal
that. So now you
myself.
just snap and you heal yourself.
I just snap now, and I can like do all kinds of things.
Okay, so roll 2d.
Oh,
Slightly
I healed
more effort
myself
than-
for 7.
Nice. Okay, take 7 healing.
I just like you just see Roman snap his fingers and just. Oh,
I rolled a 4.
I will say, anybody looking at Roman, you see like he has like these dark circles. Like I'm thinking another Harry Potter reference, but like if you remember at the end of Deathly Hallows, he's got those deep, deep dark circles at the end after he dies and comes back. That's kind of that thing that Roman has right now. Deep dark circles and like blood running down out of his ears, and then that just kind of like fades. Very, very Theoden-esque whenever Gandalf frees him, as well as the dark circles just kind of fade and he starts to look normal again like he did this morning.
I'm kind of like I don't know why, but the first thing I thought of was when Snape was healing Malfoy after he got hit by Septum Sempra.
Exactly. It's essentially like that.
So
Like you
many
just see the
heals.
blood that was running out of his ears. It just kind of like fades, like it was never really there in a way.
Oh, I'm gonna sit for a second. Y'all do what y'all need to do. I ain't going near that stupid ash pile.
I ain't gonna find nothing in the
Okay,
stupid
so
ash
what were
pile.
the discern realities rolls? Let's start with Crow. What did you roll?
A 9.
Okay, ask me
If I
one
do
question
have to
from the list.
Let me see this list again.
The least.
The least.
What should I be on the lookout for, I guess? Because that's really what I was doing. Was
Well,
trying to
that's
find
what
if
you were
there's
doing,
More
yeah.
of them.
So to clarify, just real quick, just recovering. I've said this before, but it's been a while. When I ask for discern realities and I have you give me a question, you can also layer it with like what you're specifically meaning by the question. I know it's kind of a weird move, but
Okay.
it's hard to change it. It would be kind of sacrilegious to change how the move works. But yeah, on the lookout for looking for to see if there's anything else, another one of these or something similar or other problems. All seems well now. Yeah, you caught this early enough that it was at least okay for yourself. The other two were hopeless and trying to hide, but you guys have managed to sort this out pretty well. And the horses are easily recovered by those of us who are not sifting through ashes or healing ourselves from, cranial bleeding.
That's my next band name.
Is it a metalcore band?
No,
But,
it's
the horses
it's
are-
J-pop.
When
It's
the-
just so loud
the
that it
horses are
actually
recovered.
causes cranial bleeding.
and Roman heals himself a little bit. And I'll say, yeah, this is kind of, unless you guys have anything else you want to do, that would be the end of this
So did I
first
find
day of
anything
travel.
did I find anything in the ash pile?
No, not really. It
I
was,
thought so.
you went to look for
I
an
rolled
ash
like a
pile.
4, so.
Well, I mean, even with a success, it's you kind of go to look for an ash pile, and there's, as I said, it's more Voldemort-esque. Rather than being like a pile of ash, it just kind of faded into nothing into the air as it
Okay,
turned to
I see,
ash.
I see. So I just went to essentially look around where it was, pretty much.
Yeah, you didn't really find anything. Whatever it was, you seem to have freed it, and it is now more free than it was before. Mercifully. So you all remount your horses.
I'm gonna snap
And,
my fingers again.
Oh, you won't have to. Don't worry about it. We're going into several days of travel here. So anything
good.
and everything that is down or in need of recovery, this is about 3 days travel, so everything will be back to maximum, whatever it is.
Okay, so I'm on max health now.
Just kind
I
of
don't
reset
have a pencil, so
reset
marking
everything
health
that you've
sucks
got.
for me.
We've dealt with the failure there.
Oh, since we're traveling, can I roll to see if I can inscribe my club?
Yeah, sure. If anybody else has anything that they would like to do while traveling, let me know as well. You're always open to try and, even if it's retroactive and we've like showed up at a place and you remembered something, if you catch me quick enough, just toss it out and we can try and cover it.
So can I
so
just
go ahead and roll
brace
your
and prepare for his rune exploding over there?
Yes, roll for brace. 2d6
Roll
plus
for
brace.
I'm
2d6
bracing.
plus
I'm
brace.
bracing him.
I just
So roll your
I'm not bracing me. I'm
rune
bracing
magic. I always
him.
forget what that's called.
I just need to, rune magic. I just need to roll an 8, and then I'll be good. Like, come on.
Yeah. Roll for brace. 2d6 for brace, I guess, since it's not like a specified thing.
I got a fucking 13.
Jesus.
Okay then, I
finally
don't
got a
have
good
to brace
roll.
them.
Well, let me look at this move a little bit, actually.
We're back,
So,
boys.
10 plus will last until it's defaced. What are
Oh,
you
so
carving
it's
this on?
under defense. Okay.
I'm carving it on that wooden club that I bought from that
Okay,
dude.
so the
in
nice wooden
Redstone.
club with like the kind of barbed spike on the top.
You just see Roman finally just close his eyes and is like, I can do this. And with his
What?
middle hand, it's just like scribing onto it.
What glyphs are you putting on it?
This was the metal and gravity.
Okay. So,
And,
oh yes, so it'll turn to metal and it will also like change
It had the
weight
messy
as it hits
tag,
something.
and then it had plus a D4.
Okay, yes, I remember now.
I had it written down because I was going to keep doing this.
Okay.
So you just see Roman is inscribing. You just see the runes lighting up, ancient magic, and then finally, and middle of the journey, just out of nowhere, he just like, I did it, look, and you just see Roman
Almost
just
falls off
smash.
the horse.
He's
I
like
won't
shaking.
I won't do this a lot because I don't want to get into big of a habit of like celebrating, maximum rolls or maximum low rolls. But I will say on the part where it will last until it's defaced, kind of at least mentally or on your notes, mark that out and write permanent.
This one's permanent.
Yes, it's permanent.
And I think there was
Oh.
actually a thing for this. It was
So you fucking nailed it.
the rune becomes it was an advanced move. It becomes impervious to damage and defacement by anything short of complete destruction of the object.
You have
And
you have
over
accidentally done permanent rune.
So this club is. I'm just like fucking like, God, look! I told y'all I could do it. Look, you just see him. You just hear like a fucking, and this bat just like glows, turns to metal, and it just has purple runes in it, just shining brightly. And you just see him like, I told
Swinging it
y'all, I
around.
told you could do it. Oh,
I feel like it's so perfect. Like, I feel like
I have to save you this time.
if you'll allow me this, I feel like Roman just like you just like throw it out in front of everybody and then it just comes back. It just fucking boomerangs. It's like it's not even intended to do that, but it just like it's like oh. I will say probably don't try to do that in combat, but it like at least as like a novelty thing, like it almost works like your shield in that you can like call it back to you if you maybe drop it or something in close proximity. It will come back.
Milner.
Not quite that strong. I'm thinking like Captain America in the second Avengers. Like in close proximity, he can call it back to himself. It's sort of a novelty thing, not really,
boys,
not truly applicable.
Combat just became a lot more. I can fight now with the best of them. He just
Oh,
puts it
hold
behind his
up.
back with his shield.
Oh God, what can I
And
do
then
with this
just-
dice roller?
Oh,
Yo, I can set this dice roller to actually allow me to get a 0. Yeah.
I mean, it's 0 is possible in D&D at least, not in this game though.
Oh God.
So you travel on, and one thing to okay. So before we move on, so we've done that. We'll consider this as a part of the travel. Umbra and Crow. Colton, have I had you do this yet for Roman, the Constitution thing and adding health? Have we done that yet?
Constitution and adding
That may have
health?
been for Gavin's character, but I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Okay, so
Like-
everybody pay very, very close attention to what I'm going to say. So if you have a modifier on your Constitution, if you have a 0, don't worry about this. However, do listen to the rule. So the ruling is for every +1, so if you have a +1, you do it once. If you have a +2, you do it twice. If you have a +3, you do it 3 times. So for every +1, you roll a d4 and you add it to your maximum health pool.
I have +1.
So if your constitution goes up, so when you add to your constitution, it will go up. However, if you have a negative to your constitution, if you have a -1, or if you get a debility and you end up at a -2, if you're already at a -1, you are -2 health. So whatever you have, it's -2. But that's only if it's a negative. 0 and up, it's all gained from there. So if you guys need to do that,
No constitution.
so you don't have, you have 0 for Crow.
Yep.
I have 0
Yep.
for
Okay,
For
so don't worry about it. What about Roman?
Roman has +1.
Okay, so you'll roll one d4. So you just treat each addition to the modifier as its own point, which is just 1d4 that you add to it.
So what am I rolling this for?
This is adding to your maximum health. You will now have, however much you roll on that d4, you will have that much more health from now on. Like permanent.
now,
That is a permanent thing. This is a way to gain more health as the game goes on, because I noticed that there's not a way, beyond just getting a +1, that tanky characters can get more tanky. So I found this to be actually a pretty genius way to do it. Because like if you're playing a barbarian, you could end up with the same health as the wizard, but you have like insane constitution.
Yeah, I think I still have the most health, actually.
How much health do you have?
Max is 25.
Oh yeah, mine's 22.
Yeah.
my max is I'm at 20. My max right now is
So-
like 26.
For the characters that are meant to be more tanky, this makes it possible. All you have to do for the characters that genuinely do need constitution for certain moves, or for players that use defend a bit more, this will cover that a little bit, and you'll be able to be a bit more tanky.
Is this like after every level up, or is this just a one
No,
and
no,
done?
this is whenever you add to your constitution modifier, you get another one. So if you take yourself to +2, you get another one.
Oh, so I roll it again and then I get more health.
Yes, so
Instead of
each time you
just-
add
instead
to your
of
constitution
+1.
modifier, you get another d4 added to your health.
Oh, so if I decide to level up, put +1 Constitution, I
Yeah,
get my
you'll get another
+1 from
D4.
leveling up, and then I get this D4.
And the maximum of that being, you get a maximum of 3 times of rolling a d4 to add to your health. Again,
Alright,
this is another one of my experimental rules. This may change later. It may go up to a d6. I don't know.
All right, I'm rolling my D4 now.
Okay.
I got a 2.
Okay, so go ahead and add that to your health. All right. With that done, I will try and remind you of that when we do level ups. If you add to your constitution, you ride on, and as I said, everybody go back to maximum on everything. Everything's good. You're all healthy and well. If I asked any abilities, which I don't think I did, which I should have, probably, you should be all okay for now. Not entirely comfortable rest, but enough that anything like that you'd probably shake it. On the 3rd day of travel, you begin to see, it looks like smoke, maybe. Still raining, by the way. It's just kind of been raining the whole time. It's been cloudy, gloomy. Not torrential downpour, just a nice soft rain. But yeah, you see a pillar of smoke in the distance. What would you guys like to do?
Fellas, do y'all see that? Smoke?
Pillar of smoke while it's raining.
I don't think it'll be. I don't think they're cooking out, and I don't think they're having a barbecue in a storm.
It could possibly be a barbecue, but I also
Well,
don't
it could, but it could also just be a village on fire. I think the food's a little bit less tasty if it's. You know what? Let's go check it out.
Village on
maybe
fire. Entertainment. Let's go.
If it's a barbecue, I'll eat one of these blue spikes that I have.
Don't do that. Let's just go.
No, I made my bet. I've shit the bed. Now I gotta lie on it. Let's go.
Bro, I still have some wolf meat. Let's mix them together.
I might have to confiscate that thing, I swear.
My blue spike. I'm gonna do something with it. Crow back off. All right, I guess we'll head to the village.
Gonna head
Or
in
the
towards
smoke.
the pillar of smoke.
I wonder what would happen if you used that as a pen. What would that do?
Okay, hang
It's
on.
like it's
Magical
like,
writing.
It's like
I forgot
Sonic's
to disable the ads
quill, or
again, so give me just a moment. I'm waiting for the ad to end.
Just freaking shocks you when you die.
Every time I lick it, I just go.
Oh my god. You're licking it? Oh good lord.
It like completely stuns your taste buds for the rest of the freaking night. Like, you can taste anything.
Makes my tongue numb. It's okay, guys. It's harmless.
Okay,
You just have the taste of metal in your mouth all
So the
night.
pillar of smoke being noticed and received mentally, you guys decide to start riding towards it, and you come up over a couple of close hills, and as you come up to the rise of one, you look down and you see a small village there, and you can see the little sign there, but it looks like some of the buildings aren't. It's not in a blaze, but some of the roofs are on fire in certain places. You see fires around like a fence or something, or one off in a field a little bit. Some things are burning, but it's not a huge roaring flame of the entire town or little village or whatever, this little farm village.
Well, I quickly checked to see if any of the buildings are on fire in any like bad way where like someone might be trapped.
Looking around, you do see that like some of them are on like maybe one is like on fire up one side of the house or whatever, but the first thing you notice is there's nobody, like from this distance. I would say you guys are about maybe 2 football fields away. You notice that there's no one running around, there's no one running away, there's no one out. It's just raining and there's some fire happening, and there's no one in this village from at least where you can see right now. Would you guys like to approach?
Yeah.
Or do you have other ideas?
I think so.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm gonna
why
ride
not?
in.
So I didn't want to speak for you guys. I'm not trying to railroad you. But as you guys, get a little bit closer to the village, riding down the hill, that sets in kind of for all of you now. You're kind of looking and you're like, where are all the people? And as you get closer, you notice 2 figures kind of off this way that you didn't notice before, standing facing the village. One figure in sort of like clad in blue. Not like dark blue or anything like that, but like just kind of a lighter blue robe. And another figure sitting next to him, clad in black with a bit of red trim. That one has his hood up. The other is, from what you can see, an elf. Which, to Roman, with your knowledge currently, is more than mildly alarming.
Oh boy.
Because of the current situation in the world. To you other two, you have no idea what's going on.
That's a fucking elf. I know that. Okay, I know I'm half elf, but if there's an elf, you gotta really suss them out. They
Your
might
family
not
would have
be
been
good.
from Arcanesia. It's not really the same thing, at least from what you know.
Oh,
Those are from. Oh, there's a continent, Jaharda. Those aren't the good guys. Just looking at them.
Yeah. Considering that I am friends with Faye, I don't think they're going to like me.
Yeah, this guy's bad news. Or he could be good news. I don't know. I'm not a judge of character.
Say for all Roman could know is being like Roman's not really a super genius by any means, but for all you know, it could be just one of the Eladrin.
That could be anybody up there, but I'm just telling you right now, if it's an elf, you've really got to look out. It's a weird thing coming from. You know what? Let's just go. Let's just ride up to it. Let's just see what happens.
Actually, can I discern realities and see if there's anything up with the situation that I'm not seeing?
Yeah, roll 2d6 plus wisdom.
Alright. I found myself doing that a lot. I should increase my wisdom.
Hey, discern realities, like looking for stuff is using discern realities and looking for things constantly is a big deal. Increasing your wisdom is not a bad thing.
I don't do it
passed
enough,
the
but
roll.
Roman just.
I passed the roll and then realized that I have -1.
Ah.
I technically rolled a 7.
So you ask one question.
Alright then.
What is that question?
From discern reality.
Yeah, Roman's not a thinking guy. He just looks.
What is
and is
about
like,
to
"Yep,
happen?
What is about to happen?
He's
Well,
thinking hard about this, but I'm worried.
to the players, you're about to meet some interesting characters, but to the characters, you're not certain, but you don't get a bad vibe from these guys. At first, at least
At first glance.
from this distance, at first glance, you're not really getting anything. They don't
Come
look to
on.
be, considering that they're not scrambling about, but they're not like relishing in this happily. They seem to be maybe someone else who has possibly wandered up.
Come on, guys. Like I said, they could be good, they could be bad, but let's just want. You know, I'm gonna go up there. Hey, you two.
As you do that, the one clad in black and red trim kind of turns to you, and
Roman's
it kind of
waving
sends
his
a
arm
shiver
up
down your
wave.
spine in the rain, seeing him, because at least from this distance, from what you can see of his face under the hood is gray. Like not like a dark elf. Sometimes how they an occasional dark elf will have gray instead of like a dark blue skin. It's like a shale gray. And he taps the elf on the shoulder, and the elf also looks in your direction. Yes?
Roman shivers like, I gotta show
so
him that Restford
when first-
hospitality. He keeps waving. Hey.
When we first showed up to the village, I just completely ignored the two in the robes and just went to check to make sure that no one was actually at those fires, because we didn't know if anyone was actually there. It just looks that way.
I will say, inspection, you, again, still same thing, like there's, like, it's like a ghost town, at least from, like, running around, like a quick glance running around the outskirt, and then, like, hearing Roman call out to these other figures, and you see what it is that he's calling out to. There's, like, still, you don't see any people or anybody scrambling or anything happening. It's just dead silent with the crackle of some flames here and there.
Well, in that case, I would like to go into the village and further inspect what's going on in that case.
He wants to take
And leave
valuables from
these
the
two.
homes.
And no, and leave those robe figures to Roman, since he seems to have some sort of prior knowledge.
And I'm gonna stay here for bodyguard purposes should things go wrong.
I will say,
Thank God. Things
as
will
you
go
hear him
wrong.
call out, you begin to go into the village and dismount your horse, and maybe like burst into a house, like looking around, and there's just no one. There's no one here. It's just empty, silent. And then you run over to the next house and burst through the door again. Same thing. And now it's like, now you're at the point where it's like, what? It's like head scratch moment. Like, what the fuck? How is this what is happening? This is weird. Bolt for the next house. And it's just house after house of just, there's no one in them. And you see a smoldering, burning pile off in the distance towards the center of the village. That moment, we will go back over to Roman. Of course, what was your question first? And then we'll go back over to Roman.
I was going to ask if there's any signs of like either some sort of struggle, or if someone was trying to leave in a hurry or something, like maybe just shelves and cabinets open, things like that, or like maybe potential damage to furniture or anything like that.
The glances you got inside of the huts and houses and stuff was mostly just, it just looked like people were living their day and then they just disappeared.
Okay.
But you spot this burning, smoldering, larger fire towards the center of the village. And that is where we will go back to Roman. As the character clad in black taps the shoulder of the one in the blue robe, the elf turns towards you and he says, "Hail, friend! Hello! Do you know anything about what happened here?" And they're both walking towards you now.
I was about to ask you the same thing. We just got here. We're looking for a blue-quilled beast. We killed one back down near this town of Redstone, but we heard there was another one here, and we wanted to see what the damage was.
Yes, I see. My friend Meat is here. My friend here has been telling me that there is a problem around of some kind of cult doing things. Would you happen to know anything about this? He said that there was a barb devil. I don't know if he said anything about another one. You killed one.
Yeah, we killed it. We got it. Roman pulls out one of the one blue spike he has. Like, yeah, see, genuine blue. This is what it has on its body. This is just a normal. This is what it attacks with.
They come into like bag. Detail visual range for you guys now, and you get a glance at them, and this is what you see.
I somehow keep forgetting I have 2 piercing on my gauntlets at base.
The elf walks up and he says, well, see, my friend here has been telling me that there's been problems lately with some kind of cult and barb devils, and it's amazing to hear that you killed one. This village fire, I have no idea what is happening, but I stumbled upon it. Actually, my friend Metis here stumbled upon it, and I was called out. He was quite concerned. And I will say, looking at who he keeps gesturing to and calling Metis, it's hard to make eye contact with this guy. Now you can tell what was a shale gray face is not a face. It is a mask that he wears covering his mouth. And you just see under a hood nothing but just 2 red dots. Like staring back at you, as well as the elf's eyes glisten a bit of a shiny light blue on this kind of a gray day.
Well, I mean, if y'all are here, you don't know what happened. We could damn sure use the help. I apologize. I never introduced myself. He sticks out his metal hand and is like, the name's Roman Gray. How do you do?
He reaches out and goes to shake your hand, and give me 1 second. I have to remember something. Where did it go? Very small, very unimportant, but important nonetheless. You know what? I'm going to do it from memory because I don't remember. My name is Trelor Lorialeth. I am from an order called the Ganymede. My friend Metis here, he's what we call a blood moon. That is a story too long to tell, but he's very good at what he does. He's sort of my order's tool for when we need something done. And
Roman sticks out his hand, shake his hand too. He's like, how do you do, Metis?
Trelor shakes your hand, and then Metis, again, it's like he doesn't move and he just stares at you, and you just can't make eye contact. This guy is like, it's not a bad vibe. It is just like, this guy is he's so much of whatever it is that he is. There is a lot to him. Like, he is freaky.
He's like, you know what? We'll save the
I don't
for another
shake
time.
hands, friend. I apologize.
I'm not at all frightened by this man's appearance. He can't even see me looking at him through the mask.
I will say, even to you, Umbra, though stoic as you are, he's a little bit unnerving a bit.
He's somewhat unnerving, but not...
You're not. He probably wouldn't bug you quite as much. You've seen some weird shit living out in the woods, but it's not. Yes. He makes you a bit uncomfortable.
Roman just throws his hand, just like puts his hand up, just straight up, and there's like, you know what? We'll save the introductions for another time. I know your name, you know mine. Metis, Trelor. How about you say we get to looking around and see what's going on in this village and see if we can take care of it.
Metis turns to the elf and he immediately says, Lord Trelor, I plead you to return to the tower. There's no point in being here. I can handle it. I can assist these adventurers in what it is that they need to do. And Trelor kind of squints his eyes for a second. Give us just a moment. And he turns and he takes Metis by the shoulder and they begin walking away a moment. And you can see him gesturing and talking and saying things. And Metis, you can hear kind of muffled speech. And a minute or two goes by. And then you just hear Trelor over everything. You hear him like, I won't stand by as nothing is done. I must help. For 1,000 years I've watched nothing done. I'm done. I will help. And Midas just nods. And says, Midas,
1,000
you may
years.
return to the tower. I will help these adventurers. I want to see this through and find out what is going on. I don't like this. I don't like any of this. It feels like it did before. I don't like it. And then he steps back from Midas and he kind of puts his hands like this and he nods at him and he says, you can go back now. I will help them. And Midas just kind of lingers for a moment. He says, as you wish. The others won't like this. And then he reaches up and he disappears.
But I'm not the only one that can snap and make something cool happen.
Yeah, it's like just like he just is there and then he's gone. Just one frame and then gone. Trello walks back over to you and says, I will assist you in whatever it is that you guys are doing. I am deeply intrigued by whatever it is that's going on. Speech of a Bob's devil and some kind of just killings and things going on. I have not seen action for a long time, but I can be of use to you. I have a good mind. If you'll have me along.
We'll gladly have you along.
With it.
Yeah, we'll have you along. Are you sure we don't need
Burning
your friend
villages
there?
will do just fine. Midas has other things to attend to anyway. Another part of our order has a deep investigation going on anyways. He must attend to that anyway. I'll leave him to it. As for me, I don't have much going on. I would gladly assist you.
We'll have your help then. Let's get down to it and see if we can find what's going on in this village.
So, entering the village, Crow, you come to this first, of course, because they're still kind of entering. You're kind of walking towards the center of this village, and you see this fire, and you go, what is that? And you approach it more, and you go, huh. That almost looks like... And then you get a little bit closer, you go, that better not be. And then you get close, and you realize it is a pile of burning bodies. And upon getting into the village square, the small kind of thoroughfare area of the village, you can see now that it is just the villagers have been laid out to burn in a pile.
Ouch.
Thus why the village was so quiet. Before the others meet up with you, would you like to do anything?
You had a bad day.
I just look around to see if I can find out literally anything else about what happened here.
Looking around now here, you actually can now see a bit of like some signs of struggle. You do see bodies that aren't quite in the pile that are like around it, and you can see like some of them laid out with blood running out across the ground mixed with the mud. And it's none were spared. This was whatever this was gruesome. And I'll say Roman and Umbra and Trello, the three of you are now approaching and beginning to get sight of this same kind of emotion. Like, that can't be. There's no way.
Yeah, I sit like before they realized where they were supposed to be going. I guess I'd like tried to signal towards them to bring them here.
This is definitely not right.
Holy fuck. Is that the entire...
Looks like it.
So who or what did this?
Why would they do this? Wait a minute. The sacrifice.
Ah, shit.
Yeah. It
God.
seems like there was a struggle
God's
here, but when I
being
looked
damned.
around the houses, it looks like there was a struggle here around the pile, but in the houses, it's almost like they left willingly.
Maybe they were being mind controlled right up until they were in the fire. Some of them broke free,
Something's
but not quick enough.
Actually,
Maybe.
may I discern realities to see if I can catch any evidence that others might not be able to see?
Yeah, go for it. And if anybody would like to aid him, also you would be allowed that. If one of you
aid
would
him.
like to.
Uh,
Okay, 2d6
I'll aid him.
plus
I'll start looking around for something.
both.
2d6 plus
Go ahead and roll.
wisdom. That is an 9.
An 8.
One question. Wait, what did you get, Roman? Oh, well,
I got
be a +1
I got a
anyway.
9.
So yeah, just
Yeah,
one
I got a
question.
9. I didn't fail this time, so that's the
Had you
rest
gotten a
of that.
9, it would have put you at a 10. But yeah, you rolled an 8. So one question. And Roman's helping you kind of like look around and figure
What
this out.
here is not what it appears to be.
I will say, rather than it's not that it appears to be, it is what it appears to be. It is as you thought. It is the sacrifice thing, looking and thinking, oh, these people were like called out of their homes. Like this is exactly what we think it is. And that is when the silence and darkness of this moment is shattered by, well, hello there. I see you've all found our handiwork. And stepping
Roman
out of
pulls-
a house off to the side, you see a dark elf step out. Long silver hair. And at his side, he has a mace, and he has like a plate of food, and he's just eating. And he says, I see you found our handiwork. Welcome. This was a small farming village, and we decided they didn't need to live anymore. Our master needs them.
Well, before he even continues, on instinct, I already throw my hatchet at him.
Can
Roman,
I shoot lightning at him as well, please?
Roman's also pulling out his bat and just like smacking his shield. It's like, your handiwork's nothing to a master craftsman.
All right, everybody,
just-
roll your respective moves. Roll your volleys if you're doing ranged attacks. Umbra, roll your hack and slash. You would have to get closer in order to punch because yours is reach. Roman, are you throwing your shield? Or
Roman is active. I am activating my weapon and then just running towards him.
Okay, so you guys see Roman pick up and hold up the club, which you haven't seen yet, but it turns to steel.
Yeah, I smack it against my shield, and then it just fucking turns completely metal like a sword.
Yeah, you watch it
And I
like
run at the
Colossus,
enemy.
like it just fades into metal up to the top.
Ooh, I rolled a 10.
You rolled a 10? Okay, Crow?
I rolled a 9.
Rolled a 9. Okay, pick a condition and roll damage, as well as Umbro, also roll damage. Roman,
Ooh, 8.
also roll your
Slash.
hack and slash.
Ooh, a 10.
Oh my fucking god,
rolled a
dude!
10 and 8 damage.
I rolled a 3. I rolled snake eyes.
Jesus.
Oh no, man!
The good news is I can level up, so
I
So-
bad
mean,
news is
yeah,
I fucking
that's better than nothing.
So he's holding the plate, and as you see, you guys see Roman bolt at a speed you've never seen him, just fury and rage at whatever this is, and you watch him swing, and he swings like vertically, as the guy just kind of like dips back out of this. He dips this way, and the club just goes through the metal or the wooden porch that he's standing on, and he just goes, "Oh, nice swing." That's when Crow. What condition did you pick?
You have to move to get the shot, placing you in danger of the GM's choice. Roman ran in front of where I was going to throw, so I had to move aside and delay my swing.
Okay. Yeah, so you had to move out of the way, and Umbra, what is your damage that you rolled?
8.
And Crow, what was your damage that you rolled?
Let me see. 8. Wow.
Oh my
Oh wow.
strong damage,
Jesus.
boys.
This is a predicament. Of unusual proportions.
Okay, so 8 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, okay, so you throw the hatchet, and it does like cut across his shoulder, and Doing math. Doing more math.
Math.
Okay, so the hatchet kind of carves across his shoulder, and then, Umber, your punch, it arcs off of your fist, and it lands square in his chest, and he kind of he falls backwards into the wall, and as he kind of falls backwards into the wall, you see both hands drop from the plate that he was holding, and a bunch of other people come out from around behind the house and off on the other side of the pile of bodies in a place that you didn't see, and they start gradually trying to surround you, and they're moving in towards you as the dark elf figure picks up a mace, the mace that was hung at his hip, that looks like a typical morning star, but it gives you a bad vibe, and you see him dash away from you, Umbra, as he downs a health potion really quickly, which he kept handy just in case, because they are bad people and they like to fight.
I immediately dart to the nearest building and just yell, "Let's get out of here!" I ain't about to be surrounded by these people.
Roman's swinging. Roman missed, but he's gonna keep
Crow's
swinging.
doing what? I was doing more math. Crow's doing what?
Go first.
I just run to the nearest building. We need to get out of here if we're about to be surrounded. We ain't gonna be part of that pile.
Okay, yeah. Trellor sees you do this, and he follows you.
That punch had 2 piercing, and I keep forgetting that crap, that I have 2 piercing.
I try to call for everyone else, just like run.
As you guys take off, you see a house, and Crow, this is one that you had seen, and you know that, like, from having bolted in through the front door, you could ram through this back door and probably run out through the other side. Roll 2d6 plus dexterity. Trying to keep up the speed here. You rolled an 8?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you hit this door, and you take 1 damage from hitting it. It really hurts, but you get through, and you guys are bolt through this house, and you take off, and this being now sort of a chase sequence, what would you guys... Okay, so Roman, what would you like to do to try and... Are you fighting, or are you running?
Oh, Roman is fighting.
Okay, what about Umbra?
I'm sticking with Roman.
Okay, so... One moment. So as Crow and Trellor run past you guys, let me check something. Boofers. Nope. You feel Trellor try and grab at your shoulder, Umbra, but he runs past you and he misses. He looked to be trying to do something. Not really sure what, but he was trying to do something, and he runs and he goes with Crow. He goes, "Damn it! I was trying to help. I can't reach him though. So I'm following you."
Fought in the war before, and I don't intend to lose this.
Let's go to Umbra and Crow.
Umbra and Crow.
Gradually being surrounded by around 10-ish of these bandits, and also the dark elf with the unnerving mace. What would you like to do?
I'll be right back.
Umbra and Crow, or Umbra and Roman? I think Crow and Trellor ran off, right?
Yeah, they're bolting.
Yeah, it's
The
me.
squishies are out.
Me and Umbra. Roman and Umbra are right here.
The squishes, I have the lowest health, by the way.
You have the lowest health?
Of all, lowest max health of everyone here.
No, I have the lowest max health. I have 24.
I have 22.
Oh, you do? I thought you had 26 earlier.
Oh, I do have 26. No, you're right. I have 26. I forgot I
So
just
you
updated it.
You were so beefy earlier. I was like, what
Yeah, I was
happened?
gonna say, I forgot. I just updated that.
Okay, so what are we doing?
Yeah.
Roman is swinging. Roman's just like, all right,
All right.
Umbra, we got to take these guys out, and we got to do it fucking quick.
2d6 plus
It's
strength.
raining,
Give me
so
that hack and slash.
electricity is going to be useful.
Yeah, that might come in handy here,
Oh, thank
and I will keep
Christ.
that in
I rolled a
consideration.
6 plus 1, so I got a 7.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Who
So what
are
am I
you
rolling?
attacking? One of the regulars or?
I know, he's
What-
doing something.
One of the the fucking main bad guys running after Crow and Trelor, right?
Well, he backed
So-
up a little bit. He's there's bad guys between him and you guys.
I'm gonna swing at the squishies.
Okay. Roll your damage.
So I got a D8, and then I've got my club, which has a D plus D1 D4, and then the messy tag.
That's because of the messy tag.
Oh, it is. Okay, well
Yeah,
I've got
yeah.
plus
Messy
D4.
messy is an extra d4. Kind of depends on what you're doing, but in this case, it will definitely be messy.
All right, let's see what happens. I got a 3 plus a 3, so 6 damage.
Okay. Yeah. You rear back and take a swing with this club, and one of them charges you, and he's got like a short sword out. The other one pulls out like a long sword, and they come and they bolt towards you, and you clip the one Sauron style, and he flies back into the other one at a ridiculous speed and knocks him down, and he's like scrambling to get out from underneath him as you like walk by and just end him. Umbra, what would you like to do?
Look
your
around
orb?
to see if anyone is standing in a puddle or a large amount of water from the rain.
Everything is a large amount of water right now.
Oh my god.
You are standing in the center of a village, not a
Chain
town
lightning.
center or not a
Chain.
city center. It is mud.
Chain lightning.
Alright.
Mud
Chain
and
So
lightning.
I stand in front of I stand in front of my half-elf friend here, and to guard him should the electricity chain this direction, I
Roman's just like,
freaking let
do it,
loose-
Umbra.
I let loose every ounce of freaking juice in my gauntlets at these fools.
Okay, so you run up to a couple of them. Roll hack and slash.
All right, hack and
Please
slash.
roll good.
2d6.
Very nice. All right. Would you like to add this extra damage and
Yes.
get a 7 to 9 for it?
Ooh.
You will take damage, is what that means.
Yes. Okay, so I rolled the 10 for damage initially, and then I roll an extra,
I'm back.
pretty
He's
much.
back. Okay, so
Did I miss anything?
what
notable?
did you roll on damage? Did you
We're
roll damage? yet?
meaningful.
No, I did
bro.
not. So I
Okay,
rolled my
roll.
d10 and then an extra d6, pretty much.
Yeah. So if you're
Okay.
taking the spare damage, you roll an extra d6 with your d10.
Ooh, 6 damage in total between the two.
Okay, yeah. So, same thing. You take out 2 of them. You run up and just like punch one, and like you punch the first one directly, and like your hit shocks him and arcs off to the guy behind him, and that guy you see his eyeballs fry out, and then he just falls to the ground. As well as the guy you punched just drops and just is gone. Same thing. They all have like different size weapons. Some of them have like little axes. Some of them have like short swords or a couple of short swords. Some of them have like a little dagger or 2. But they all have like just various different weaponry.
We're cleaning house, Umbra.
Crow, what would you like to do as well as Trelor following you?
So, after I broke the door, I looked behind me and saw that Roman and Umbra didn't follow. It's like, those idiots. And go back into the house and go up to the second floor and find a window where I can get a good view of everything. And if the elf follows me, then I ask him to watch my back, so just in case they start running up the stairs or something.
He looks at you and says, "I'll do you one better," and he touches your shoulder and. Or no, it touches your shoulder. He holds his hand out and nothing happens again. He says, "Damn it, I just don't have it today. Damn it." And he looks at you and he says, "Don't ever not go into action for about 500 years. It sucks." And he says, "I've got your back," and he pulls out a dagger.
He puts for about 500
Alright.
years. Oh, trust me, I haven't been in action for a time.
It's just like,
Roman.
okay then, and then I ready up my bow and just take aim at.
Oh yeah. You
whoever's
actually haven't even
closest.
taken a move yet. What am I doing? I'm trying to move on the road. We're
I
skipping
just-
you. That's all. Are you trying to do a volley or a cold shot?
I don't even know how many people there are.
There looks currently there's the leader plus 6 currently.
Okay.
You guys are smart, so you would know there may or may not be more. This is some kind of like mercenary, bandit, bad people, murderous type group.
Well, if there's anyone who looks particularly weak or like they're not paying attention, I do a called shot.
Oh, easy, yeah. I'll say for the regular guys, I'll tell you this out of courtesy. There's no, I probably wouldn't bother doing a called shot. This is more of just like, this is like Gimli, Aragorn, and Legolas versus a big group of bad guys. It's just like there's no like health. It's just kind of enough damage will take out of 1 or 2 or 3 depending on how much you do. It's kind of that sort of situation.
Okay. All right, then just a volley then.
Okay, so just a regular volley. All right. So roll 2d6 and add your dex. Let's see what you get.
10.
Very nice. No condition. Roll your damage.
2.
Hot
Also,
damn.
Umbra, I forgot off of your thing because you chose to take the additional damage. You take 1 damage, which probably doesn't do anything to you.
So, wait a second.
If you have
it's
armor,
like-
you subtract however much armor you have from the number. What were we saying? You said something, Crow. We were doing damage.
No, I rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2? Okay. So, and like the conversation between you and Trellor, he like dragged on for a second. So like you only got off like 1 quick arrow, and you pull and knock another one as the first one hits a guy and he drops. Roman, what are you doing now?
Fucking take another swing at these squishies.
So then, are we keeping count, Roman?
I've got 2 so far. Let's see if I can up that number.
Okay, roll your hack and slash, pal.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't do it.
Would you?
I'm rolling like absolute dog shit. Come on,
Bro, you're
I
level.
want to know.
You're
Don't
fine.
forget for your
You're making
failures.
yourself stronger.
Don't forget to roll, or not roll. Add experience for your failures.
I've
There have
had
been quite a few this
5
game.
5 failures this one session.
Majority of the failures have been.
See, it's
yours,
all right.
and my-
Trellor just came in to start helping you guys as like an NPC with rolls, and he's already failed the first 2 things that he's tried to do in like
Yeah, I
30 seconds,
noticed.
basically.
Pretty sure I failed the first 2 things. I
Is he
tried to
getting
do
XP
earlier.
too?
He's actually quite useful for you guys, but he's just like, I guess,
Not
nervous
feeling it.
because he hasn't done this in a long
No.
time.
No, he's
Roman?
worried about Mary Jane.
Roman tries to take a swing, but he's just like still angry at all this. So he just like,
Just taking
like,
wild
"Ugh,"
swings.
and then like swings into like a beam or something on a house and just fucking cracks the beam.
Yeah, it's actually that same house that the leader was standing on. You like swing overhead and just blah, and just bring it across like that, and you just like actually hit the porch post, and it just like the front of the house kind of collapses a little bit as the guy looking at you like holding up like he's got like one reverse grip dagger and the other one, and he's just like backs up and and he backs up a little bit. You've intimidated him, but you haven't killed him. Umbra, what would you like to do?
This time instead of getting up close and personal, which is what I tried to do last time, actually, was I'm just gonna shoot the electricity at them this time.
Well, yeah, that would just be using your range.
Yeah, just using range.
So I was just adding just all
Just
of
adding
your stuff
dramatic-
always apply. I'm just adding flavor sometimes, so just
Yes, yeah,
be
I
mindful of that.
understand.
Okay. Roll your hack and slash.
Basically, yeah, it's two freaking d6.
The dungeon world is just flavor in general, to be honest. That's why I love this game.
I love
10.
flavor.
10? All right,
Nice.
roll damage. Would you like to add additional damage?
Let me see. No, I rolled a 9. We don't need additional damage right now.
Oh,
Actually,
shit.
you know what? Actually, yeah, roll additional damage.
I'll say it doesn't
try
hurt.
these things. Yeah,
Okay.
you know what? All right.
You take damage, but you get to do a fuck ton more. Roll another d6.
Oh my god!
What'd you roll?
15!
15 total. Jesus.
Holy fuck.
So, Roman, you crack through this porch post, and this guy's just like shivering in front of you. As you look over your shoulder and you see, Umbra, describe how you take out like 4 guys at once.
Yeah, we're not keeping track anymore. I've lost count. I don't know about
Tell
you.
me how you do this real quick. There, Ip Man.
Oh god. I
Just give us a little flavor here. It don't have to be super complex. This isn't like the end of a fight or something. There's still a fight to be had, but how do you go through these 4 guys real quick?
I envelop my arms completely in electricity and just shock the water going through the floor and just shock the 4 people standing around me.
Okay, so you look over your shoulder and you see Umbra just sink his fists into the ground and just and all these 4 guys just drop.
Yeah, we're done keeping count. I stopped. I stopped doing that.
Is it because you lost?
Shut up.
Crow, what would you like to do?
I don't even know how many of them are left. 3?
Like 2.
Say there's 2 now. Right now it's the one guy that's in front of Roman and the leader, as far as you know.
Well, in that case, actually, I think Roman and Umbra could probably deal with them just fine for now. I actually see if I can find any others that might be hidden. I guess discern realities would be it, huh? Something like that.
Oh, you're trying to find if there's hidden ones?
Yeah, if there's any more that are hiding somewhere.
Yeah, go ahead and we'll say, again, since this is like you're looking for a very specific thing, we'll say 2d6 plus wisdom to try and like scope this out and see what's going on. See if there's more to this situation than what you see. While he's
10.
scoping this out, 10. Yes, there are more. You can you figure that maybe they're over here or over there. You're not entirely certain, but the fight's taking place off to your right a little bit. And there might be some more hiding out over on this side. You can't tell. The tracks are muddy. It's hard to keep track of it, but the little bit of ranger shit that you can do with just from a distant glance during the rain, there's a few more. You're not certain how many or where. Roman, because I forgot to do so. Whoa. You take 7 damage.
Is this physical?
This is physical damage, yes. With it's from the leader guy. He after you like swing through the porch posts and then you kind of glance and see that thing behind you, you turn around as he like whams you across the fucking face with this huge morning star like mace thing.
3 armor at least, so he just whacks me. I'm like,
yeah,
oh,
he just
I try to block real quick, and it just like hits me in the chest
have to check
really
something.
fucking hard. That didn't feel too good.
After I found out there were more, I yelled at Umbra and Roman, "There's more, be careful." I don't know where they are.
I think Umbra can handle the small guys
I will say
pretty
also,
damn easily.
Can I discern to detect where the others are?
As like after that hit sinks in for like 2 seconds, Roman, you feel your soul deepen and you feel a bit of sorrow set in, and you feel quite sad. Not just it's not related to the rage of like this pile of bodies. You just feel sad, just a little bit more than aside from what you were already feeling. You don't really know where it came from though, or why you feel like this. What did you say, Umbra?
Is it possible for me to discern the locations of the others that are not present?
Yeah, you can try and do the same thing if you want to defy danger wisdom, since you're looking for a very, very similar thing.
Yeah, all right.
I'll say Trello like whispers in his hand, and then he points at you, and you hear like what Crow like. We'll say that like Crow relayed the information through him, and he like you see him cast a small spell, and you hear in your ear that there's others.
Okay, so
Through like a whisper that you're not really sure where it came from, but
defy danger and what? Sorry.
wisdom.
Okay, defy danger wisdom. Okay, so 2d6. Alright.
Also, I'll start to shift to start saying, as I used to, I'll start saying defy and then the stat rather than defy danger all the time because it gets annoying. So in the future, I'll start saying defy dex, defy strength, defy wisdom. Yeah. So what did you roll?
8.
There's somewhere between 5 and 10 more, something like that. Hard to tell.
I see.
It's like you maybe look over your shoulder really quick, but you're in a combat situation, so you don't want to like look away for too long. But you look over your shoulder and you see like one peeking around, maybe a couple others, but you're not certain. It's something like that.
Yeah, all right. Then.
If you had to guess. Crow, what would you like to do now?
I actually do a called shot on the leader.
Called shot? Okay. What are you aiming for?
Yeah. Let me see. I aim for the legs.
Okay, you aim for the legs.
Yeah.
So this move is really strange to me. When you attack a defenseless or surprised enemy at range. I'm going to kind of ignore that because you can just kind of aim your bow. It's very odd wording for that. It's like a surprised or defenseless. It's like, well, you're using a bow, so aren't they just defenseless anyways? I mean, there's not a whole lot of people out here just deflecting fucking arrows besides monks, and that's not really happened much yet.
Hey, you dropped this.
So... but it asks for a roll anyways.
10.
It's like the first part is confusing. So 10, and you chose legs. So roll your damage.
Okay. A 1. Oh my god.
But he is hobbled and slow moving, so you did get that out of it. So you did get the called shot out of it.
He's probably not going to be dodging anyone's attacks anytime soon.
Yeah, so...
But I would say leave him for last.
So Roman, you get smacked across the face and you feel this strange feeling, and then you see an arrow go through his left leg, and he just... God, fuck! And then he brings his mace up and it says, fuck you, and points at Crow. Roman, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna... Is the arrow in his leg?
Yeah, it's still through his leg.
Alright, cool. I'm
you
gonna
see him
make sure
clutching at it, and he looks like he's probably going to try and break it off and go back to fighting.
Well, before he does that, I'm gonna hit it a little through some more.
Ooh, no, I have a plan here, so I'm gonna aid him by electrifying the base.
And then I said, don't... I yell before you guys attack, don't kill him!
We're...
Okay, hack and slash from
No, don't worry,
from
we're just
Roman,
gonna make sure he never walks
and an aid from Umbra, which is 2d6 plus your bond. Aid is the only one that's kind of weird.
Bond?
How many bonds you have?
Is like...
If you have any bonds with Roman, however many there are, you add that number of them as your modifier to your roll.
I usually have like one bond with everybody.
So if you have one, then it's plus 1.
Helper.
I don't know. I don't really need the help here this time. I got a fucking 11.
Oh boy, would you like to take the extra
I got
damage?
a 6, so...
I would love to take the extra damage. Thank you. I'm fucking going at it. I'm just... So I roll an extra d6?
Yes, you roll an extra d6, but you take damage from the person you're fighting.
Cool, I've got a d8, a d6, and a d4 to roll here.
So I'm currently at 24 health. Okay.
Alright, let's go. First the d8. That's a fucking 2. Alright, nice. Next to d6. That's a fucking 1. Okay, next to d4. I got a 4. Okay, 7 damage.
7 damage total?
Yeah.
Alright, so
You're getting low numbers that add up to being a lot.
That could have been so fucking powerful, but I just fucking...
Oh, bro, I got a freaking 15. I am...
You rolled a 12 and then plus 3?
I rolled a 9 and a 6.
Oh yeah, that was the damage. I thought you rolled a...
Oh yeah, no, and damage I rolled a 15, like in... Other than that, I rolled a 10. For, the roll itself.
Okay,
I think I rolled 10. I don't quite remember, but it was definitely enough to work.
So you So you swipe at him with your newly metalized club that you've created with
Aiming right for the
fantastic
arrow.
runes on it. You club this guy pretty much identical to how he hit you, just right across the fucking face, and he looks up and spits on the ground, and he takes his mace and he shoves it and like essentially just hits you directly in the chest with it. And you think, well, that's a dumb ooh! And he hits you in the chest, and you like go backwards a little bit. You look at the guy's a little stronger than you thought he was, and you take 6 damage. And
So I'm still standing by a long shot, so.
Man, still.
Yeah, Roman also just. Is that all you got?
Bro, spit in his face.
you see,
Face.
you see on the hand, on like not the handle, but below the handle where the little strap is that he has that goes around his wrist. You see some symbols and something relatively identifiable to you, Roman, but you're not entirely certain what they say. It looks to be a phrase or a sentence rather than just one individual rune, but you see it glow slightly as he hits you with this. Umbra just did something also. You were paired with him, so we will jump back over to Charlor is going to try and do something for you guys really quick, and he's going to go, all right, I'm going to try this again. Hopefully it works. And he reaches out, and he looks towards the center of the battlefield. And Crow, you're looking, and you're like, and he just kind of squints a little bit. He twists his hand slightly, and a cloud of darkness appears between Roman, Umbra, and the other side where you saw that some of the others may be hidden, so that they can't see Roman or Umbra, so they won't have any idea what's going on as they come in. And he says, I'm going to go down and help them, since we know where those others are. And he jumps down off the roof, and he goes in to try and help you guys. Crow, what would you like to do?
Well, since he basically made it so that I can't see anything, I might as well go down there too.
Well, it's the ones on the left that haven't come out yet, so it's not like he's not like for your view you could still see them, but it's like a dome of darkness that would be between Roman, Umbra, and the other guys. If they were to come running in, they wouldn't be able to see those two, your two friends.
Okay. Well, so
He's essentially controlling what you guys can see, or what they can see.
Okay. Yeah, has the backup basically tried to show their faces yet, or no?
As he does this, you see a few of them like peek around. So now you get an idea, and you see. I'll say since he succeeded pretty well, you actually see about 8 heads peek out, and they kind of like look around at each other, and you see some hands go up, and they go, "Let's get him, I guess." And they just like kind of hop out, and they start just like go around that thing. I don't know what the fuck it is, and they just kind of go around the dome if they can.
Well, as soon as I see any of them peek, as soon as I see one of them peek their heads, I just go for a shot.
Volley or called shot?
Volley.
Okay, roll your volley.
Seven.
Choose your condition from the volley list and roll your damage.
I use ammo.
Okay, so mark off 1 ammo. Are you using regular arrows or are you using your barbed arrows for this?
Regular. Okay. I don't think these guys are.
I don't think these guys probably really warrant the barbed arrows or anything.
Those barbed arrows are special.
Roll your damage.
8. Wow.
Very nice. Yeah. So anybody that's looking over at Crow, you see him like 2 arrows at once, and then let off like another one at another guy. Very, very Legolas at the moment, just like taking shots at people. And you watched a few of them go down as he's taking shots. You've taken out 3 more.
Are you using your tipped arrows with the needles, by the way?
That's what we were talking about. He said he's not using them.
Okay then.
He just did that with a regular fucking arrow, like a badass.
Ouch. Holy crap.
Okay, so there are still 6 more running over to help. They're trying to get around the dome, which is delaying them. As I said, he was doing that to try and, maybe they'll go around it, maybe they'll go in it, and they can't see, and they'll get confused. Something like, it is convenient. It is helping, actually. It's causing problems for them. Roman, what are you doing?
Fucking, I'm going back and forth with this guy. Club against Metal club against metal club. We're fucking.
All right, hack and slash.
We
if that's
hashing
what
it
you're
out,
meaning.
bro.
Hash it out some more. Let's see what they've got.
Oh fuck. One of my dice drops. I rolled a 5 on my first one. Where'd it go? Oh, found it. Hang on. It was a 6 on the floor, damn it. But I'm not gonna count it. Oh shit! I rolled a 9 plus 1. That's 10.
Nice. Okay. Would you like to take the spare damage?
I mean, yeah, we're we're going at it, dude. All right, let's roll my damage. D8. That's a fucking 7. D6. That's a fucking 6. D4.
Oh,
That's a fucking 4. I just did. What's that? 11 plus 6, 17 damage.
Wait, and I rolled.
How much damage total?
17.
17 damage. Good fucking
My
lord.
8 failed though, so I shot by rolled a 6.
So he he hits you in the chest with his mace, and then he swings it back around and like kind of hits you across the shoulder, turning you a bit. And you bring the momentum back into an attack to hit this guy fucking hard. You take 2 damage, so go ahead and mark that.
He's getting weaker, and I become stronger.
And how would you like to kill the bandit leader?
Are we supposed to leave him alive?
I absolutely fucking. I said I was gonna do this. I'm gonna hammer that arrow through the rest of his knee.
All right.
And as he like he comes off his knee, so he's obviously falling towards the ground. I throw the bat back around, so I just go in a circle and I just fucking hammer him into the ground right in the chest. Just
Are you even remotely attempting to leave him alive? By the way, are you going for lethal or non-lethal?
I think no, absolutely lethal.
You're just kind of blind rage right now. I like it. I like leaning into the character. You're leaning into the role playing. Very good. Okay, so
Nice.
yeah, Roman is just lost in this right now. He's just disgusted by what these people have done, and he just hammers this guy into the fucking ground, and he's just eviscerated by Roman's new like completely metallicized club. Go ahead.
And then after he just like hammers him in the ground, and you just see Roman look up slowly towards the other guy, the one squishy dude that was in front of him earlier. He just stares at him, head shaking, but just blood all over him, just staring at him like, I'm coming for you next. Just
okay, so yeah, the one in front of
got
you
that
is
look in his eye.
the one in front of you has pissed himself, and he takes another 2 steps backwards, and the other 6 are rounding the darkness dome. And Umbra, what would you like to do as you look over and turn around and see these guys coming? Trellor also, like, you see him throw his dagger, try and hit some of these guys.
I have an idea with Roman here. So
He does quite well.
I run to the guy that Roman was looking at, and I pick up the guy by the neck, and I tell Roman, "You ever played baseball?"
I'm about to. I guess I'm fucking about to.
So I pick up this guy, and I freaking. Not only do I electrify the man, but I toss him at Roman so that he can then bat him into the rest of the freaking people coming at us.
Okay.
I'll do a roll if I have to. I absolutely
Yes,
will.
this needs to be a thing.
So you're picking up a guy and throwing him at Roman.
Yes, so that Roman can then throw him with a bat.
Defy strength. Roman... I defy danger luck. I don't fucking know.
Oh boy, let's go.
I'm gonna say...
I got a 7.
Okay, so defy danger strength.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say dex for you, Roman, to try and time this right.
Oh
So,
well,
you probably haven't really
I
played
fucked myself
baseball.
then. My 7. Do you want me to re-roll that 7 or?
You can have it. I don't care. That's not a big deal.
Oh, well, I've got -1 of dexterity. That's the thing.
Oh.
I either fuck up or I get another chance.
I'll say this. Roll your damage, Roman.
Roll my damage.
Yeah.
Oh shit, my damage.
3,
Okay, is that-
more than 2, and he dies.
okay, so well then I was gonna say, do I need my D4? I rolled a 6. I'm gonna roll my D4. All right, I did 10 damage to this dude. Umber just threw at me.
Umber, you throw this guy at Roman, and you hear as Roman connects with him, you hear a loud, crunching, bone-breaking, cracking sound. And the guy just kind of falls to the ground, and nothing really happens. Kind of backfired, but that guy is very dead.
That was
Did I-
anticlimactic.
Did I, did I swing too hard?
I don't know if it was the force
also-
of me throwing him into the bed, but he's definitely.
Also, Trelor, having thrown his dagger, you see the dagger like hit one guy in the chest, and he runs over and he like punches the guy across the face as he pulls the dagger out. The guy that he was attacking, he didn't die, but he wounded him pretty badly. Umra, what would you like to do?
I kind of feel bad for that wizard. If he only barely injured that one dude, and we've just been knocking him out left and right like fucking pinatas, then
Okay, look,
They've
he's
been dropping like
he's
flies.
sort of a weird mix between a DMPC and an NPC.
Oh,
So I don't want him to like overshadow you guys. So I'm just like,
I kind of
he's
am-
here to help you guys.
I imagine it as he is a wizard, so strength.
Yeah, he's a wizard,
Not his
he's here to
forte,
help.
and the very he's like, he nicked the guy. It got stuck in like a collar or something on the dude's jacket, and then he's just like, fucking get at him.
so I've always wanted to do this. One of the enemies next to me, I pick him up. I just one hand this man by the leg, and I start swinging him at the other ones like a club.
You're gonna beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker? Hell yeah!
All right, this will be another defy. Let's call it hack and slash. Yeah, do hack and slash.
The son of a shepherd wants to see you fucking kill someone.
Hack and slash plus my strength. Here we go. Oh,
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
14.
Damn, roll damage. And if you are you taking the spare?
Oh, you know what? I'll take extra damage for that. Yeah, why not?
Alrighty.
Let this go. An extra 2 damage is what I.
You rolled. So, what was the total? Sorry, I was also doing things on my
I
side.
had rolled 14 and plus this 2 is 16.
16 damage total. Wait, did you roll your
Did you
D10?
roll
No, I
14
didn't roll
on-
my D10. Yeah,
I was like, your D10 is your
rolled-
damage.
You rolled 14 on the hack and slash,
Okay,
right?
so 3 on damage. Son of a. Should I roll 14 on that?
Plus the D6, right?
Yeah, plus D6. So I rolled 3 on damage, and then for some reason the D10 wanted to give me a 1.
Wait, so you rolled a 4? Is that what you're saying?
Okay, no, so it was 14 on hack and slash, and I got
Yeah, no, I know what the hack and slash is. I need to know what the damage is. What is the damage total?
damage. Okay, so it's 2d6 plus.
No,
okay, no, it's
it's a
D10
D6
plus-
and a D10.
Yes, that's 3. 3 in
The
total.
only time you're rolling 2D6 is if I
Three.
tell you to.
3
Yes,
in total?
3 in total.
3
D10
total.
gave me a 1, D6 gave me a 2. This is anticlimactic.
We got 3
Okay.
in total over
That's
here.
better. That's what I... Okay, so yeah.
There we go.
You pick up the guy and you hit another guy with him, and the guy hit by your human mace kind of falls to the ground and just goes, "What the fuck?" As the guy that you're swinging around goes limp in your hand.
What? What?
I'm dying. Holy crap.
Crow, what would you like to do?
How many are left? How many of them are left? I don't know that much anymore.
4. One of them is severely
4 of
damaged
them?
and in combat with Trelor.
Okay, well, I jumped down and hit one with the the handle of my hatchet to try and knock him out. Not to kill. I deliberately want him to be knocked out.
Okay, so you're gonna drop down and just try to knock one out.
Yeah.
I'd say the easiest target is the one that's probably distracted by Trelor right now. You would probably easily assume that the others are going to get eviscerated by your friends. It's best to jump on the
Yeah.
one that is not dead yet. I'll say roll defy Dex, and we'll see, because you're kind of like hopping off a roof and you drop down on this guy and see if you can get him to knock out. So we're going for non-lethal.
$13.
Jesus. Okay, yeah. So you drop on him and successfully, he just kind of drops to the ground, goes limp. You reach down and like look at him, turn his face, and yeah, he's still alive. He's fine. And
Okay,
Shoulder
so I grab.
I had that,
So I
thank
grab
you.
him and pull him. Well, we need to leave one alive so that we can get some sort of information. So I
That's
pull
a
him
good
aside
point.
where he's not going to die from everyone else.
And you watch him, he goes like that, and you watch the darkness disappear, the big dark dome disappear, and he turns around and he pulls his dagger back out to go over and help the other two if they need it. We'll go back over to Roman. What are you doing? You've just destroyed the leader, and then you shattered someone's pelvis and they died. What would you like to do now?
I hit somebody with someone else.
I'm gonna fucking... You know what? Roman's gonna like, okay. And he's gonna snap his fingers and heal himself. At least. To like calm himself down. He's gonna...
Okay, so you're going to use this quick moment to heal yourself. So roll your healing, and Umbro, what would you like to do?
Ooh, 5.
Very nice.
I look at the guy that I knocked down with the other guy, and I pick him up by the leg too and start dual wielding. Freaking.
Oh my god. Yeah, Roman's just calming down, and Umbra's over there fucking dual wielding people.
I'll say defy strength to try and grab this guy, because he's gonna kick at you as you grab him.
Okay, so what? Okay, what am I?
Defy danger, and you add your strength, so 2d6 plus strength.
Yeah, defy.
Remember, when I say
strength
defy and then a stat, I just mean defy danger. I just don't want to say the whole thing because it's too many words.
Defy strength is the right words to use, because that's just fucking...
Yes,
No.
yes it is.
I got a 12.
Of course you did.
Fuck
Yes,
me,
you did.
Okay.
Yeah, so you grab this guy and you are just wheeling these guys around, and this fight is kind of a joke at this point, and like you feel as you hit like
You're telling me?
as you hit a couple of these other guys, you hit one and the other two just. Well, the other one, actually. You hit one of them, and you feel the other guy in your hand go limp. So now you're just swinging around two limp guys. And you knocked another guy down, and the fourth one has just bolted. He's running. He's out.
I tossed one of them at.
Defy Dex.
Maybe we can keep this guy alive. Maybe. Because I absolutely was not going to let that leader live.
No, it's fine. I already got one alive, so you can kill all the rest of them.
11.
Oh. Well, in that case, write him down.
Oh. So yeah, you so you just kind of release one at the opportune moment, and he flies into that guy, and you just hit like of wet clothes on wet clothes, and then splash into the mud, and you see the guy like scrambling trying to get out from underneath him. What do you guys do about this particular situation? There's one guy that fell in the mud from being hit, and there's another one that fell in the mud from being hit by a dead body.
Roman snaps his fingers as calming down. He's like, "Oh, you guys can. I don't think I want to I don't want to do anything. I'm just gonna sit here on this porch." And he just like sits down. It's like, Roman's calming down.
If I'm capable, I just see this man on the ground scrambling and just fire an arrow at him. I'm just gonna end his misery.
Which one? The
Little
one that he originally knocked over, or the one he threw the dead body at?
Whichever one's trying to scramble away.
That would be the one that's got a dead body on top of him that was trying to run.
Okay, then that one.
Yeah, roll volley.
You have to dual wield the actual people.
Oh my god. 6.
Oof. Mark
man.
XP. You fire and you hit the dead guy that was flung at him, and then the arrow hits, and then you just hear "Ah!" as the guy that was dead is actually not dead, as he is now writhing in pain and bleeding out.
He wasn't even dead.
session of freaking Dungeon
He
World.
wasn't
Oh god.
dead. Oh my god.
His existence is
God.
pure agony.
We're kind of out of
just
this
here
sort
like,
of combat
well,
situation.
crap.
What would you guys are open? Like that guy's trapped under a body that's not even really a body. A guy that's writhing in pain. This guy fell in the mud and is trying to get up and run away from Umbra. That one is knocked out. It has a wizard
like,
and
when
a skeleton standing over him.
When the
That
arrow
man
hits
ain't
him,
getting
and
away from me. I
okay,
freaking chase him too.
when I miss the arrow and it hits the other dude, I'm just sit there like, well, crap.
Okay, so Umbra, you're going to. Or,
I'm
what are
chasing
you?
the demon. In order to catch him in time, because I use the force of the shooting the bolts from my bullets to try to paladin increase speed somewhat. Maybe get to him faster, just in case he tries to. In case he actually gets away.
Okay, defy Dex to see if you can catch up with him.
Okay. Oh god.
It's pretty muddy.
7.
Yeah, so you're able to catch up to him, but you run up and grab him and you tackle him into the mud, and now you're just kind of both rolling around in the mud.
This isn't just your mud hole. This is an operating table. And I'm the surgeon.
I need to save that. Where the hell saved me? Thank you very much.
I will say to try and fully capture this this third guy, you'll have to. He'll probably need some help.
Need help capturing the guy. Where's this one guy left at? Is this a dude that's scrambling under another guy that he threw at him?
Umbra chased down the guy that he had knocked down with the 2 dead bodies before he threw it. Before the body toss.
Oh, I'm dying.
Roman's-
I need a second.
Roman's calmed down a little. He's gonna chase. He's like, "Ugh," he's gonna get up just like a dad, "Ugh," and then he just starts running towards him. Just Captain America sprinting. You know the one I'm talking about.
You see Trelawney wander over to the one that's like got a body on top of him as you guys are running over to deal with this. Roman, what are you doing exactly to like aid him in capturing this guy?
Let's see. Do I have like?
What's a more specific action that you're doing?
Yeah, I don't got adventuring gear. I'm gonna tackle this asshole.
So you're just gonna like join the dog pile or
Yeah.
start a dog pile, I guess.
I'm gonna start a second.
Pile!
Just kind of hop into the mud bog and just like have like the fight from Batman Begins. Just beat the shit out of the guy in the mud.
And it's just
Absolutely.
you
What am I rolling
two
here?
just absolutely bullying this
Strength?
dude.
You're rolling with your mind because you guys are just on top of this guy, just punching him, just fucking angry, letting it all out in the middle of this.
Like, they
like,
don't
it's
even
a little
need to-
cold,
to
it's
roll
wet,
damage
it's
at
muddy.
This point.
It's cold, it's wet, it's muddy. You guys are exhausted because you're having to move around in the mud, and you're also fighting in the mud, in the rain. On top of all of this, the emotions are high. Like you just beating this guy senseless, trying to get him to cooperate.
Where is he?
It's like it is officially subsided. We'll say that you guys like gather the 3 of them up, and the other one's still knocked out. He's kind of coming around.
Okay. So we have 3 of them knocked out and captured?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm surprised we had even this many. But the way these 2 were fighting, I'm
I thought
surprised
there
that
was
we even
just
got
one
one.
dude left. I'm gonna be real honest. I thought we fucking snap, crackle, pop the rest of these ass.
I knocked one out. You guys tackled another one, and the third one, I guess, was
He was knocked
already
over. So when he
out?
picked up the second person to swing around, he was knocked down, which is where you thought the guy that he had picked up to dual wield had died. But it turns out when he threw them and they landed on the guy that was running away, you shot him with an arrow and he turned out not to be dead.
He turned out not to be.
So
He was faking it, and it just like a possum. Just
oh no, he was just out. He was out of it. You fucking gave him a rude awakening with that arrow.
He was knocked out and then got an arrow to the back. Oh,
He was enjoying that constellation.
No, that was what's that? You ever seen the movie Running Man where he asks him to sign the thing and he just freaking pricks him in the back with the pen? Oh my god. He just freaking stabs him.
All right,
with
so
the
what do you want to do
He
with
just
your
stabs him with the
prisoners?
Oh,
pen. Just freaking-
okay.
Well, which one comes to first? Or do we just slap him away?
No, let's just like sit there. Let's just like we need a break. So we're just gonna sit there and just like wait
I don't
for
know
them
what
to
you
wake
guys
up.
are doing, but all I'm looking at is human corpses.
And
I'll say Cholar, being probably the least exhausted out of you, the three of you, he kind of as you guys like sit down and rest for a moment, he walks over and he puts his hands on both of your shoulders, one at a time as he goes along, and you feel kind of a warming sensation as you see like your clothes dry and you see the mud disappear and like you dry off a little bit, and like of course the rain immediately re-wetting you, but he's cleared the mud and the nastiness off of you and he's warmed you a bit, and he does it to Umbra and then he does it to Crow. Of course he doesn't know what you are, so he's just doing it to you also.
He doesn't know.
So you're just kind of waiting for them to come around. Well, the other two are just kind of just like trying to get out. One guy's just like face is all swollen from Roman and Umbra just beating the shit out of him in the mud.
I think before Roman starts helping interrogate him, he's gonna stand out in the rain like Vegeta and just like look up. Just like looking up. Just after he's
Alright,
been
so,
hit with that depressing mace.
Freaking
So,
Umbra
yeah,
just
that-
sits down
you're
for a
s-
second.
Trying to shake that feeling right now. It's lingering a little bit, but it's starting to dissipate.
Yep.
Something-
Umbra just like sits down for a second. He pulls out his little list. He checks off use a person at the club and he puts it back in his pocket.
That's a good goal. That's a hefty goal. You wouldn't think you'd be clearing it off so soon.
While you guys are giving the intimidation wait, as well as waiting for the first knocked out guy to come around. Triller, you see Triller also, he like looks around and you see his eyes flash blue for a second and he goes, "That mace over there that guy hit you with, I believe that's magical. I don't see anything else though."
Oh, Roman
Go
goes
over and
like,
grab
"Hey,
it with
okay."
it.
Does
Roman.
that count as a magical artifact? Could I perhaps keep that?
It's an enchanted item, but not a magical artifact per se.
Unfortunate.
I think everyone went to go grab it at the same time. Roll off. Roll a d6. I'm just kidding.
I stop and
I was like, who actually
I
wants
grab
to
it
like
first and I
inspect
just
it?
hand it to Roman because he usually knows
Okay.
these things.
Oh yeah, I could like inspect it.
All right. So yeah, we'll do that same roll we did before. Just roll 2d6 plus wisdom since that's your rune stat.
Hey, I know what this is this time. I got a 10.
Very nice. So you read this, and this is like some very odd. It's like a very some glyphs and runes having like places they come from. So like you've got your elven ones and your dwarvish ones, and you've got your dark elf ones. This is some dark elf stuff. This is rather than being its own individual rune marking this or a glyph, it is a series of glyphs and magical words placed together. What you read is woeful sorrow upon anyone who is hit by this mace.
This thing is fucking cursed.
What is it
You
that you
guys-
found over there? Anything of use?
The parts wolf just bad emotions.
Oh, man.
Brings you down. It's not good. I'll hold on to it, study it some more, but unless y'all
If you
y'all
want,
to look
I
at
might
it.
be able to identify what it is. I've been around for quite a while. I might be of some assistance if you would like to interrogate your prisoners while I take a look. They're coming around.
Yeah, Roman's gonna like Just find some like cloth, maybe off just like a shirt from one of the corpses. Just rips off some cloth and wraps the main it's a morning star, right? Or did you say a mace, like a club?
More of a mace, like a morning star mace.
Yeah, morning star. So he's gonna like wrap the sharp ends so no one gets hit by it or pricked. Just make it like soft. And
Like
then
a sort of like
hands it to Trelor.
something to cover it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I actually look at Trell's lore on the subject, and I was like, actually, I've been meaning to ask, how old are you? Actually, I don't mean to be.
kind of looks up and see, the rising took place about 1,000 years ago. I'm around 1,300 years old, I believe, something like that. Don't count in singular years anymore.
You're about only 300 years older than
Most of my kind doesn't live
It's not
as long as I do. I've been blessed with long life. Very pure and kept together family line from where I'm from. But
Interesting.
most don't
Finally,
live as long as
somebody
I do.
around my age.
Yeah, like Roman just hears Umbra's like, "You're only 300 years old." He just whips his head around like, "You're 1,000 years old.
I'm
You're 1,300." Crow, how old are you?
He's AFK at 6.
Oh, damn.
I'm actually
What do we go?
I wasn't listening.
I
I
was
wasn't listening. What happened?
You were being asked how old you are. We're exchanging ages.
I don't know, dude.
Okay, he's 5.
I have
Anyone else?
God damn it, you're probably older than me.
I have no clue. I was dead. I have no idea how long I was dead for.
Well, I'm 30. I'm 37, so that clears that up.
Oh well. To be fair, in terms of, you should technically be older than me, because I was not conscious for about 1,000 of these years. It's a long story. I'm not really good. not planning on explaining.
Okay, so Charlor takes the mace and he steps up into one of the huts. He leaves the door open, but he pulls a chair over and he's like, you can see him just inside the door, like inspecting it, looking at it, reading the inscription on the strap and stuff, just inspecting the mace. What would you guys like to do with your prisoners?
Well,
I'd like to interrogate them.
For starters, how are we doing this though? Is what I mean.
Can I pick one of them up by
Exactly.
the leg and hold them upside down and threaten to just threaten to use them as a weapon?
Are you that tall?
Yes. Just freaking threaten to use them as a weapon. Until
Okay,
they say
so-
something. Just hold them
Umbra-
upside down.
well, let's assume that they're sitting in a chair or something, tied up, and he just grabs them by their leg and then just. So
Which
they're
one
like-
do you grab? The one that you hit with the two guys, the one you threw a guy at, or the one that Crow knocked out?
The one that I beat the ever living crap out of.
Okay, so the one that got the body thrown at him.
Give me 1 second, because Discord's lagging for me, so I'm gonna come back in a second.
Roman, what would you like to do?
Okay, that's better.
Oh, he's back. Well, I'm not. I think Roman's just standing by. He's not really an interrogator, but he knows he needs to interrogate these guys. So he's just like waiting for a signal from Umbra or something. Just like, what am I supposed to do here, man?
I was like, I have a plan. He looks at Roman and he says, "Come here, bring your mace."
All right. So he takes his mace out from behind his back, smacks it against his shield on his back, and it's just metal. He comes
Alright.
over and it's just like
Then-
dragging it on the ground. Just
And he says, "Okay, if you don't tell me what we want to know, my friend here will use you as mace practice per se. Think of a punching bag, but with a mace."
So this guy hanging upside down, he says, "I don't. What do you want to know?"
Why did you do this, and who ordered you to do so?
He says, it's like you guys were saying when you walked in. It's sacrifice. It's for a sacrifice. I can't say anymore. I don't.
Roman?
Is that all the information you got? Sacrifice? You better fucking make it up quick right now.
Roll parlay.
Right now. Huh?
Roll
Parlay? Alright.
Yeah, you have leverage. Leverage is enough.
Remember, I can parlay with strength now. By the way, I intimidate with strength because I have
so
a freaking modifier.
if you want Umbra to parlay and Roman to aid, that would also
yeah,
work.
I can parlay if you would like because
That's
I have
up
an
to you
extra
guys.
+3 in
You-
strength.
Yeah, you parlay, I'll aid because I'm just like
do I just roll 2d6 for parlay as well? Is
Yep.
that just how
Parlay is just another move. Yep.
All right.
But
Let's see
instead of
what you get
charisma,
first.
you use your strength or whatever it says.
I roll a 6. That's with strength modifier, so that's actually kind of.
oh, so I got to see if I can help
Oh,
aid.
this could come in clutch here.
Fucking shit. My dice fell off. But the first one I rolled was a 6.
Okay, cool.
I'll say re-roll the one that wasn't on the desk if it rolled off or whatever.
God damn it. Oh, I see it. And
So I rolled a 6.
I have +0 in charisma, but I just rolled a 12 total.
Oh my god.
Well, you're rolling plus
I
bond.
am super fucking threatening. I am
18.
literally about to.
That's 18 in total on 8.
No. It doesn't add up. You get a +1 if he succeeds at his aid.
Okay.
That's why
I
this
see.
is clutch.
So I have a 7.
So,
So you have a
so
7.
and
All right.
you're
that's
you're doing the main threatening, but I'm just like he's scared. He's like knows he's about to get fucking hit in the face with a bat.
I'll say like maybe you pulled the new club out, but like you just kind of held it there for a second, and then like he looks up at Umbra. Well, he's upside down, so he looks up at Umbra, and then he looks over at you, and you just do like two very, very, not like you did when you ran in, but it's like on the shield, just, and then it turns to metal, and he goes, okay, if you let me live and you let me leave, I'll tell you anything you want to know.
I'll let you
Sure.
live if you vow not to kill, harm, or do evil to anyone ever again. I will let you leave with your legs intact.
I'll disappear. You'll never hear from me again.
We better fucking not. Alright? I'll let you leave with your arms intact.
All right.
One special.
From what I hear, somebody's trying to do something. There's like a ritual, some kind of summoning thing. I've heard the word summon come up. I don't know exactly what it is. I don't know what they're summoning. All I know is there's a ritual, and they want us to kill stuff. They wanted us to kill stuff. Those gnolls, they sent those guys for the same thing. They wanted them to kill stuff. I don't know what's going on.
How close were you to completing the ritual?
I don't know. They didn't tell us that. All they told us was to go and kill stuff. It was for a sacrifice, and they'd pay us when we got back.
Interesting.
I figured that was about all we were gonna get out of them.
And the other
Dang
two
it,
guys
Roman.
kind of,
This is why I didn't want the leader dead.
the other two guys kind of corroborated. Like, yeah, they didn't tell us much. They told our boss more, but he's smashed.
As I turn to look at the other two, I just throw the guy that I had holding by the leg. I just throw him behind me, so he just gets up and runs away. He's scared.
Yeah, he hits the ground and he just like desperate, just fucking bolts. What do you want to do now?
We still have 2 more guys in the room.
Well, I actually have a question to ask to one of them. How did you do this? How did you get them to do this without that much conflict?
The other guy, the guy that you were interrogating before, he was another dark elf. This guy's a human, and then the other guy that's there is I have not decided yet. He's a half orc. Yeah, you asked the one guy that you knocked out, Crow, and what were you asking him?
How
How
did
did
you
they
guys
got
do
everybody
this
out?
without much conflict? Like
It
there's
was-
barely signs of conflict.
He says, we just came into town and told everybody to come out of their homes. We had food and bread and water for everybody. I don't know, oh, my head.
So you lured them out with false promises.
Yeah, we lured them out. It's a classic tactic whenever you're trying to kill a bunch of people. Just switched accents, don't worry about it.
Why is there a classic tactic? Holmes just walking around angry. It's just like, why is there a classic tactic for people like? And he just slams his bat into the floor, breaking the boards.
Oh, I thought you guys were outside. Are you
We beat this
inside?
man
Are we
so
outside?
bad.
I thought we were
I
inside.
have no idea.
Well, I'm gonna slam the ground. It's gonna make a small crater. Just.
We beat this dude so bad that he literally has accent disorder. He's just freaking
He's kind of woozy
so
from like
great.
because he got hit in the head by like the butt of a hand axe, the hatchet sort of thing. So he's like really like not all there. He's probably concussed. The other guy got his face beaten in, so he's just. Or no, that guy ran away. The other guy got his face hit very hard by a guy that was limp.
He got his face beat by another face.
And so that guy's just like sitting there like he's just got like blood running down from the side of his face, just kind of like looking around scared. The half orc, by the way, that's doing that. He's just like looking around great. Like,
is there any other details that you can remember? Maybe if you can tell me something, I'll let you go. With no issues.
Was like, we don't know anything else. They didn't tell us anything. All we knew was about a ritual and some sacrifice and some money. That's all we were sent here to do.
You guys are just like mercenaries?
We're just mercenaries, just a hunting party. We do bad stuff to people who may or may not deserve it. That's what we do, is good coin. Especially in a time like this when the damn elves are trying to take over everything. Maybe we can get enough money to get off the continent. Go off somewhere else. Go to Manta. Maybe I can go home and see my family.
Anyone else want to do anything with these guys or no?
I say we leave them here. We don't untie them or anything. Let's just leave them here.
Let them figure it out themselves.
Just let them. If they escape, so be it. We're just leaving them here till they figure out what the hell they're gonna do with their lives.
I'm just like, I just cut the ropes of one of them, and I basically just like kick him in a way to just push him, and I tell him to just get on with himself.
Which one, the half orc or the human that you knocked out?
The one I knocked out. Tell him to just get, just go.
And it's like holding his. All right. I'll leave. Okay. And he like starts walking away, kind of stumbling a little bit, trying to like keep his balance in the mud and stuff.
All right, and then after the other one's gone a ways, that way he wouldn't, assuming that he wouldn't follow or anything like that, just enough so that they wouldn't try and work together to try and come back and do something. I let the other one go as well. Basically, same thing.
As you cut him free, he like kind of gets up and he holds his hand up and he kind of like backs up, gets kind of the edge of the village, like hits the fence, and he kind of like turns, jumps the fence, and bolts. Takes off running in some just a random direction. He doesn't know where he's going. He's just running. What would you like to do now?
Alright, well,
I will say at about that time, Trelawney actually comes out and he walks up and he says, I believe I've just figured out and deciphered what this might be. From what I gather about this, I believe this is something called the Mace of Woe. This is of Dark Elf make. It's not very old, not super old, but they've made things like this before. They are quite useful if you use this and in a battle or in a fight and you get hit by your enemy after hitting them, you can inflict a bit of woe on them through a series of events that might take place during the fight. And you might be able to send them into a state of sorrow where they are inconsolable and unable to fight. If executed properly. And he hands it back to you, Roman.
Sounds like just the weapon I'm about to need. And Roman's just gonna like
mind
put it in
games,
his
huh?
jacket. He's open jacket. Ace of Woe, nice.
What now?
I look at our elf friend and I say, do you maybe have a place to stay for the night before we continue on this
I'm sure there was some kind of inn here, maybe.
odyssey?
Hopefully it's far enough away from this scene that we can stay there and maybe move on and rest and move on in the morning.
Great. Well then.
I will see this through to the end with you. This atrocity will not go unpunished. The Ganymede may be mostly dormant for the last several thousand years, but we will not stand to see bullshit like this happen.
Why?
The Wi-Fi adapter on the computer is acting up.
So Umbra gets unplugged from the Matrix. What would you guys like to do?
I guess we'll head out towards this inn. We're just fucking. We're
That
Doesn't
we've been
take you
beat
long.
to hell and back. So.
Crow, did you have something?
I can't think of anything. We still have our horses, so
Yeah, you have your
use
horses.
those to travel.
It doesn't take you long. You wander to the southern end of the town, and you find what looks to be what was the inn. And same thing as everything else. It looks like it was mostly untouched. This is one of the few buildings that actually didn't get caught on fire. It was mostly the other side of the village, but it's all been put out now by the rain. So even if it was, it doesn't matter. But it's dark, it's quiet, it's gloomy, it's lonely. But if you guys would like to, you are able to get in to take a comfortable rest. What comfort you can in a place like this. And the night passes on. Would anyone like to do anything here?
I got nothing.
Anything? Just rest or?
Just, yeah, Roman's just gonna rest.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else, so...
Okay, rest is had. Go ahead and add equal to half of your maximum HP, and then add that to your current health pool. To heal that much, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
You said any sort of whatever you've got, if you have anything like that. So on the next morning, you wake up. It's not raining anymore, but it's now overcast. It's a bit darker than it was yesterday with this overcast, but it's not raining anymore, at least. It's colder today, though, than it was yesterday. It's a bit chilling. You kind of like step out. Oof. A bit more chilling. What would you guys like to do?
I'm back. What I missed?
Rest.
We rested.
Yeah.
Okay, so we
whatever
basically
half your
followed him to
HP
a
is,
place.
and then add that to heal that much.
Okay, well I'm at max health now.
Okay.
Well, should we maybe call this soon? It's getting kind of late.
Yeah, I was looking for that probably. It's getting a little late. Just checking to see if you guys had any.
Again?
Well, he seems to be having issues, so...
Yeah, there's also that.
We
Is
got
there anything,
Wally in
anything
the chat.
specific you guys want to, like a sort of goal, or do you just want to set out and we'll call it there? Set out from this village.
I guess we'll just call it there. I don't see anything else in particular that we might want to do besides just continue on with what we were doing before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Set
so
out
set
on our
out.
journey.
Head back out on the road. You manage to find a spare horse somewhere in the village for Trelor as well, and he mounts up with you guys. Determined to see this through along with you. He's not happy. Let's do some end of session shit really quick.